You need to do something funny, Neil.
Do I have to? I'm not funny.
So I stand forward so I look taller again.
Oh.
This is just a little bit romantic. So, come here often. Today we're gonna not really say much because supposedly Elliot's the only funny one on the channel.
And we're still tired from the weekend.
And we're still tired from the weekend. Full review coming up this week on Hellstorm.
Don't do your own sound effects.
No, I should really need to stop doing that. So guys, welcome to Hellstorm Wargaming. Welcome to another battle report, kicking off after our event, which went really well. 48 players descended, only 46 left.
Yeah, only two didn't survive, unfortunately. Not to say that's a thing going forward about Hellstorm. You know, we don't get halfway through, run out of food and just eat people on the bottom table. That doesn't happen.
No. So we have the Thousand Suns.
And we also have
the Thousand Suns. We said that at the same time.
Just as planned.
That was a bit delayed. So, Neil, you are finally using your own army.
Finally, again.
Finally using the Thousand Suns.
One of my other armies that I'm finally using for the first time. What could possibly go wrong?
And I'm commanding the Blood Ravens.
Have you used those before?
Only a couple of times. But yeah, so we've been meaning to do this game for a while because obviously everyone seems to think that Blood Ravens are Thousand Suns descendants.
There's a reason for that.
I'm very much against it.
Well, Magnus is your Primarch, so it kind of, you know.
No, he isn't.
He sells you cheap socks and everything.
If he was the Primarch, why don't they remember?
Maybe they're just in denial.
Maybe. But yeah, so we're going to play 1750 points. We're going to play Scorched Earth.
Yep.
You're about to see the armies where we say we don't know what mission it is, but that's because we can see into the future.
Hellstorm Time Machine. Hashtag. Mikey's claiming we don't have one for sort of legal reasons, but
too many complications comes with time machines and time travel, so
and people knowing about it.
But there you go. So that's the mission. Let's take a look at the armies. I'll just do what I did last time, where I sit here
and I'll sit down here.
You sit down there, then
I'll sit a foot behind you.
Yeah, then I look better than you.
Oh, really?
I want to sit right at the back. Perspective.
Get some.
Okay. Okay, guys.
Hello.
That's what we do when we say hello. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Here we are with Thousand Suns.
Mm.
The good guys.
Yeah.
All the bad guys.
So, apparently, Magnus is known for, being a good boy. And
just knocking about, not doing as he's told.
Well, that's a matter of perspective, isn't it?
It's a matter of perspective. So, Neil, you've got 1750 points.
I have.
Kind of. We're doing a little bit of
bit low
proxying. You might notice there are 5 flamer dudes who are actually just using the bolter variant of the flamer gun.
Blame Dan.
Blame Dan
for not building more rubrics with bolters.
Magnus did nothing wrong, but Dan did.
Dan did plenty wrong.
So all the rubrics have bolters basically. So if except for 2 of them which have
Soul
Reapers, yeah. But if you see a flamer, it's a bolter. If you see a Soul Reaper, it's a Soul Reaper. Easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So talk to me about your list, Neil. What have you got?
Right then. So I've got a battalion detachment.
Woo!
So it is led by 2 exalted sorcerers, one of which is on disc. They've both got the staffs and the infernal bolt pistols. So I'll go through powers at the end because there's a lot.
Yeah.
3 units of rubrics. So we've got 2 that are the same, that are the full 10-man, with a Soul Reaper cannon in each. Nearly said Soul Burner, but Forge World didn't write the Thousand Suns Codex.
Sadly not. The assault cannon. It's not an assault cannon.
The heavy bolter assault cannon Reaper cannon
thingy. Jobby, yeah.
And the 5-man squad that doesn't have flamers. It has 4 Inferno bolt guns and an Inferno bolt pistol.
That's the flamer bit. The Inferno.
No. The bolters.
Yeah. Bolters.
Okay, I've got for my elites, I've got Scarab Occult Terminators.
Which are just so cool.
I love them. They're not very good, but I love them.
They're really cool.
But then if anybody's seen me playing, I'm not very good, so they fit me down to a T.
Yeah.
So that's 5-man squad. We've got the Terminator Sorcerer in there, and we've got the guy with the Soul Reaper cannon. Also, finally, been remodelled after he fell in half.
Yeah.
With the Soul Reaper cannon and the Hellflare missile rack.
Yeah. So basically, you can take both those weapons on the same model.
Yeah.
Before you had them on 2 different models, didn't you? Because in 7th, that's how you had to do it.
Well, it's not that. It's just I didn't think of it, and then Dan gave me grief to tell me to do it.
Yeah. Because then when you lose, you won't lose half your weapons when you lose one. You have to lose him, and
you just have
weapons.
one really expensive Terminator who's actually really good.
Yeah, he's really cool.
And they have 3 rhinos, and they have a Havoc launcher each and a combi bolter. So that's my battalion. And then I've got some big boy. So I've got a super heavy auxiliary detachment.
Yeah, very good.
I can speak.
That was English.
And it's good old Magnus, the Blood Ravens Primarch.
That's it. It's brother on brother today. It's potentially though.
No, there's no potential about it.
There's potential. He might be, but he probably isn't. But he could be.
It's a matter of perspective.
No. But there you go. So
we all know that he's the Blood Ravens Primarch.
Well, I'm going to kill him.
Mikey
just to make sure
he's the Blood Ravens Primarch.
I'm going to kill him to make sure no one can question it. Because if we kill him, he's not our Primarch, is he?
I suppose if he kills all you, then you won't be around to question it in the first place or be questioned. So it's a win-win situation we're going on
I think that's a little bit rude, Neil. I don't think we should be doing that. So what powers have we got?
Let me consult the tome.
People love it when I do this. Is this the Book of Magnus?
This is the tome of knowledge.
Okay.
So we'll start with
comedy was on point there, Neil.
Comedy gold.
Yeah, go for it. What powers are we doing?
So Magnus, start with him. He's got Weaver of Fates. He's got Infernal Gateway. He's got Warp Time.
Yeah.
And Doombolt.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
I'm trying something new with Infernal Gateway. I kind of read what it did and went, try that. It's like a smite, but it's a smite with splash damage.
Right.
So potentially good.
Not bad.
If you bring a decent amount of stuff. If you've not got a lot of stuff, then it doesn't do very much. But if you have, We'll see.
We'll see.
How we go. So the Exalted Sorcerer on the disc has got temporal manipulation. Put my teeth back in.
That's it.
He's got temporal manipulation, which is probably still pronounced wrong.
Yeah.
And Boon of Change.
Boon of Change is quite good.
Yeah.
You can use it with a stratagem. You can do the same thing, but being able to cast it every turn, which is kind of nice.
Now, I'm pretty sure it's only castable on Tzeentch demons, which means it's only castable on one model in my army.
2. He's a Tzeentch demon, is he not?
Yeah, and he's the only one.
And he's a Tzeentch demon because he's on the disc.
I know Thousand Suns. So yeah, that's him.
So he can cast it on himself.
Yeah,
basically.
That's worked out just as planned.
Yes, Neil knew all. He spent 20 minutes
everything.
reading the powers. You know, he's got the codex right here. You could have checked at any point.
I could have.
Well, there you go.
I certainly could have.
Let's speak to the tone of Mikey. Go for it. What else have we got? The other dude.
So the
slow boy.
The Exalted Sorcerer on foot, probably in Rhino.
The Exalted.
It's been a long day, ladies and gentlemen.
You're just not setting us up as a good example. We're from Yorkshire in England.
Yeah, that means we're poorly educated,
which
don't know anything and work down a pit.
Which is just terrible for pronouncing things, and then yeah, you're just making it even worse.
So this guy,
this boy,
has prescience.
Yeah,
and Tzeentch's fire.
Tzeentch's Firestorm.
Yeah, that one. Do you want to carry on, Mikey, for me?
The occult Scarab occult Terminators have the glamour of Tzeentch.
Fancy dress of Tzeentch.
And all the rubrics have the fire. You wrote Slorm.
No, it's a T. That is a T.
No, it doesn't have the cross. They all
Still
have
Tzeentch's
Fire Slorm.
It's just lower down.
Yeah, there you go. So there's the powers. There you go.
Cheers for that. Yeah, and obviously they've all got Smite or Little Smite.
They've all got
Mikey Smite.
Yeah, Scout Smite. So obviously we're
getting that one in there.
With Thousand Suns, shut up. With Thousand Suns, because they all have the Brotherhood of Psychers special rule, or Brotherhood of Sorcerers.
Yes. We ain't no filthy shiny boys.
They don't suffer the minus to casting Smite.
Nope.
At all.
Nope.
Even Magnus.
None of them.
Even Magnus.
Because he needed that.
He doesn't really care. So they all cast it on 5, so the mortal wound output in this army is absolutely horrific. But it's also their strongest point, and it's the only thing they've got, kind of. I mean, you've got really tough rubrics, but you pay through the teeth for them. And you've got Scarab Occult, which are tough again, but again, you pay through the teeth for them. You've got Magnus, who's really expensive now. But your mortal wound output is horrific.
Yeah, you've got to focus it, though. So you don't want to be. Especially probably not. We don't know the mission yet.
No.
But if we play like a Maelstrom, and I've got to be all over the table.
Yeah, you really struggle because you're just chipping wounds everywhere.
Because you want to be focusing your sorcerers to be nailing squads best you can, or a couple of squads depending on.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but we'll see. I mean, this is actually quite exciting for me because this is the first time I've actually used a full Thousand Suns force.
But yeah, it should be quite interesting. As I said, you've got quite a few bodies which are all fairly robust, but they're all very expensive.
Yeah, it's a bit of rinse and repeat as well, but specialist codexes like Thousand Suns, Death Guard, it's difficult not to, because you've really only got 1 or 2 options per slot, if you've even got an option in a slot. So.
Exactly. The other way, I mean, Thousand Suns are notorious for having Zangors, because Zangors are stupidly good.
Yes, Dan.
But Dan's not painted them, so it's all Dan's fault. It is all Dan did everything wrong. So shall we have a look at the other Thousand Suns? I mean, the Blood Ravens?
Yeah, let's look at the successor Thousand Suns.
The loyalist Thousand Suns are coming up next.
Yeah.
So guys, here we are with 1750 points of Space Marines.
Thousand Suns.
The best Space Marines.
Thousand Suns.
The best power armor dudes you will ever see on the internet ever.
Apart from Rubric Thousand Suns.
So, today we're made up of 2 detachments. We've got a battalion
of Thousand Suns.
And a vanguard.
Of Thousand Suns.
Okay, Neil, we get it. So, I'm using the Raven Guard Chapter Tactics, which is the one I usually use these days rather than Ultramarines, because I've changed my army and it's designed for it. It doesn't really work as Ultramarines anymore because I've got so many infiltrating units.
It's almost just as planned.
Yeah. So, to start off with battalion, I have 2 HQs. I have a Lieutenant Hellstorm with the relic chainsaw, the Teeth of Terror, and the Mastercrafted Bolter. And I have Captain Slappius, who's a new addition. And as you can see, he's got a Thunder Hammer and a Storm Shield and a Jump Pack because no one's seen that ever before, have they?
Does he like to turn all to dust?
No, he just likes to punch it right far away. He likes to like home run it, like on Smash Brothers, like where you like beat up the bag and then you just home run it and it goes flying. That's what happens. So then I've got 4 troops. I've got 3 units of scouts, all with bolters, and the sergeants having a close combat weapon, or chainswords, so they get +1 attack. And then I've got a unit of 7 tactical marines.
Not just as planned.
No, 7, which is Nagel's number, not 9.
Yeah.
So I basically decided to fill them up because of points, and then I realised I couldn't actually put them in the Razorback, so never mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the sergeant's got Call Me Flame and a chainsword, and then we've got a dude with a las cannon because it's just a bit cheeky. Nice D6 shot in there, D6 damage. So then we've got a flyer. We have the Stormhawk Interceptor, which has got the las Talon, the 2 assault cannons, and the Skyhammer missiles.
It's mostly trying to emulate his Primarch with the wings.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I just needed a big model in the middle to like remind myself that I'm actually loyalist Thousand Sons is how it works because I brought a plane.
All Thousand Sons are loyalist. Magnus did nothing wrong.
They did everything wrong. And then we got a Razorback with a Stormbolter, Hunter Killer, and twin assault cannon because they're fairly standard. They're really good at like chipping away infantry unless that infantry gets 2+ when you're trying to kill it.
And a 1-up in cover.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So then I've got a model that I haven't used in a long time. I've got a Terminator Librarian. He's actually probably one of my favourite models.
Sorcerer.
No, he's a Librarian.
Sorcerer.
So he's got a Force Axe and a Stormbolter, and he's going to be leading the Vanguard. Honestly, that's not very thematic. Maybe the Captain Slappius should be leading the Vanguard. But anyway, he's got 2 powers in to take Null Zone.
He's after an elitist quest for knowledge.
Exactly.
Into the Black Library.
He's going to take Null Zone and Might of Heroes because Might of Heroes is really good. It's really good at like putting onto your captain or himself to make him like toughness 5 with an extra attack. And Null Zone, if I get close to Magnus and if I manage to pull off Null Zone next to Magnus, I'm just going to burst out laughing.
Well, we've all seen my dice rolling versus Mikey. It's not going to be that funny.
So then I've got a unit of 5 Primaris Aggressors with the Auto Storm Bolt Gauntlets and...
Say again?
Auto Storm Bolt Gauntlets and the frag launchers. So they just get a horrific amount of bolter shots. Again, against Thousand Sons, when they get a 2-up save against everything that's only 1 damage, it's going to be a bit rubbish, to say the least.
Yeah.
But it's just because there's so many shots, surely you might fail a couple of 2-ups. But also, shooting Magnus, you've only got a 3-up with him. So you're more likely to do wounds against Magnus than you are against Thousand Sons rubrics.
Bit of a mix. I mean, still only wounded him with 5s, only toughness 7.
True.
So it's not that different, 4s to 5s.
Yeah. But then I've got a unit of Assault Centurions with Hurricane Bolters, Siege Drills, and 6 Melter Guns.
I mean, Centurions have got 3 wounds each, yeah?
Yeah.
And the Aggressors have got 2 wounds each, or 3 wounds each?
2 wounds, yeah.
So if they do get that close to Magnus, he does 3 damage a pop.
Yeah.
So he's if he gets in and amongst and alive,
he's killing him easy.
Chopping him up good.
Yeah. And then I've got 2 big boys. I've got a Castafair Dreadnought with 2 twin auto cannons. And then I've got the Primaris Redemptor Dreadnought with Onslaught Gatling Cannon, Heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon, 2 Stormbolters, and the Icarus Storm Pod, and Redemptor Power Fist.
A lot of 1 damage shots.
A lot of 1 damage shots. I mean, I could have brought a couple of Leviathans, but I thought they've been getting a lot of work recently, they need a bit of a break.
Yeah.
So, it won't be very fun. But yeah, there you go, that's my 1750. Some units I don't use very much, some units that I use all the time. I've kind of got, I'd say this army's got really, really good alpha if it goes first, because I've got the captain, the aggressors, and the centurions all up in your face, getting them turn 1 charges off because they are exempt from the beta deep strike rules, which is super strong. However, if I don't go first, I'm kind of a bit of I don't really know where I can put those. I've got to try and hide them. And then they are usually not quite as effective because people just like go, well, if you're going to be here, then I'll just run away over here.
Yeah.
And they're really slow. They only move 5 and 4. The Centurions are like move 4, which is just bad.
I think if you were to set close to me and I got first turn though, I'm probably just going to engage them really quickly because I've got good AP and good damage output.
Yeah, the thing is though with the aggressors and the Raven Guard infiltrate, it is done after the siege roll, so I know if I'm going first or not.
Yeah.
Which is super good, but as I said, you kind of own back foot them because you don't really know how to put them.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It all comes down to that dice roll.
Well, this is it.
So guys, they're the two armies. It's brother and brother. It's Space Marines versus Chaos.
No.
It's Thousand Suns versus Thousand Suns. Let's have a look at the mission and deployment. There we go guys, so that was deployment, and as you can see we are on a frozen barren wasteland, kind of, because it's really built up. It's not very barren,
just as planned.
It's just very cold. So today we are playing Scorched Earth, so there are 6 objectives. So we have one here which is just outside of the deployment zone. It is Vanguard Strike. One here which is in the deployment zone, and then we've got 2 kind of propping about in the middle, one in Neil's deployment zone, and then one again just out. So there's one each in deployment zones. This mission is score a point if you hold the objective at the end of the turn. If you are holding an objective in an opponent's deployment zone, rather than scoring a point, you can burn it, score D3 points, and remove that objective. So having infiltrators will be very handy in this mission, Neil, because they can just burn everything and be right in your face.
Yeah.
Brought any infiltrators, Neil?
Don't need them.
Fair enough. So, obviously I've deployed in this corner, Neil deployed in that corner. So I go through my deployment first. Initially, I have already spent 4 command points out of my 9 to put 4 units in infiltration, which is Captain Slappius, the aggressors, the Centurions, and the Librarian.
Saw it coming though.
Did you?
Yeah, just as planned.
Did you see the Librarian going in there? Because I didn't. I only decided just as I deployed. So.
True story.
Nah. So for my deployment, we have the Castafair and Dreadnought on the flank, kind of creating a buffer for deep strikes, and also being just out of line of sight of most guns, so then he can just pop off Magnus, hopefully.
Yeah, you want to be scared of my guns.
Yeah, exactly. So then we've got a unit of scouts which have infiltrated in the middle and holding that objective. We have a unit of scouts just under there as well. So they're more than 9 from Neil's deployment, but they are just within 9 of that objective, which is very important because then I can jump onto it if I go first and destroy it. Got another unit of scouts next to this objective, so they're holding that currently. Miles out of the way, hopefully just scoring me some points. Then we've got the Razorback with just a lieutenant in there, nothing too exciting. We've got the Redemptor Dreadnought, and then we've got a unit of Tactical Marines here, kind of spread out where I'm kind of blocking deep strike from this flank and I'm holding this objective as well. And then we've got the Flyer at the back. So basically Neil's got deep strike here or over here now. I think I've calculated that correctly. In case you do decide to deep strike.
By turn 2, however.
By turn 2, however, yeah, it's going to be a different story.
Be there in turn 2.
It might be. Never know.
Well, it might be if it's on the floor twitching and burning.
So then I've got again the 4 units in reserve. So that's my deployment. Neil, you set up first, didn't you?
I did.
So tell me about your deployment.
So got the 2 10-man units here.
Yeah.
And the Rhinos. Got the 5-man unit and the Exalted Foot Sorcerer on foot, in Rhino.
Yeah.
In the Rhino.
Very good.
Exalted Sorcerer on disc.
Yeah.
He's also got my relic and I ain't even going to attempt to pronounce what it's called, but it's the pistol with
The
3
chorus
shots.
cadell.
Yep, that's why I'm not attempting to pronounce it.
The chorus cadell. The 3-shot pistol.
That's the one.
It's a mind pistol, isn't it? Because he's not actually holding a pistol.
He's got it holstered in his dress.
That makes sense.
Magnus, my warlord with his extra power. It's one of the extra powers. I eventually wrote it on, and it was the Gaze of Fates, I think it is. It's basically the one that gives me an extra reroll.
Okay, yeah,
So
that's cool.
I cast it first, get a reroll for the rest of the game.
That's cool. Turn. Yeah, it's each phase for the rest of that turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then Occult Terminators in Deep Strike.
And my Terminators are up there somewhere.
Up there. There you go. There's a camera. Show the camera on camera. That's, oh my god, that's just unprofessional. Okay, so Neil deployed first. I have a horrific alpha, so I would love to have first turn.
I have terrible dice rolling, so Mikey's probably going to have the first turn.
So Neil, would you like to set me a boundary with +1?
Can I just build a fence and keep you the other side of it?
No, because this is Thousand Suns, not Iron Warriors. So Neil has rolled a 6, which becomes a 7, so I can't beat it. Unfortunately. So Neil, would you like to go first or second?
I'd like to go first, please.
Yeah. So I am going to try and seize. With the green, I'm using green dice today. We were selling these at the weekend. I was notorious running up to them, rolling a 6 and then running away again on everyone's table. So here's another 6. Nope, that's a 3. So there you go. Neil has the first turn. I'll deploy my infiltrators, probably miles away. And yeah.
Right down there.
Down there, probably.
Down there.
So
you're going to need all them Centurions down there to do with me Terminators.
So yeah, so I'll do that, and then we'll have 1,000 Suns turn 1 coming up.
Okay, so I'll finish moving. So I'll start with the sneakiness. So the aggressors have gone down here, looking down towards my little deployment. I've had a bit more sneakiness from the Centurions and the squad of scouts. They're a bit close for comfort. We've then got a bit of a mini castle. We've got the Slappius, is that right?
Captain Slappius.
Captain Slappius of the Blurred Company, and the Librarian with the squad of scouts. What else we got? Oh, there's a squad of scouts over here.
Yeah.
Sneaking out from the drapes.
That's it. So basically put them there just so they can't get smarted off before the game starts. And these need to be close because they only move 4, but they are going to draw a lot of fire this turn. That's the problem.
So, my movement phase, I've disembarked the rear rhino for this unit of 10 here to move on to that objective. The middle rhinos chucked the other unit of 10 out onto my home objective because that is not getting burnt this turn. So the 5-man squad have jumped out and across just to sort of cover my flank a bit from potential options, and their rhinos rolled round the corner just to sort of, again, just put itself in the way a bit. Magnus, the Exalted Sorcerer on foot, jumped out the rhino up to Magnus, who's shuffled forward a little bit, and the Exalted Sorcerer on discs just sort of bringing up the rear, just seeing what's going on. Very conservative from our point of view, but I need to see what Mikey's Flyer's doing and pretty much what he's going to be doing with his strike, because yeah, I thought I'd just put a lot of bodies out there and see how that goes. So that's my movement and Mikey's infiltrating deployment. Next will be coming up Psychic.
Hey guys, it's the 1,000 Suns Psychic phase. Neil, Where would you like to start?
So Magnus is going to start with Gaze of Fates.
Okay.
So this one is basically your go-to first power. Casts on a 6. If I cast it, I get 1 reroll for the rest of the fate, or for the rest of my turn.
Yeah. So Magnus gets +2, so it's actually only a 4.
So that's cast on a 6.
Yeah.
I don't think you're close enough with your librarian.
I can't stop that. So we'll double check that before we cast the next power. But what are you thinking about casting? So
my next cast is going to be Infernal Gateway from Magnus.
So let's have a look, see if I can deny anything. Yep. So I'm actually out of range of denying anything because everything's more than 24. Very well played, Neil.
Just as planned.
There you go. So what would you like to cast? So Infernal Gateway.
So my next power is Infernal Gateway from Magnus. So this is normally cast on an 8.
Yeah.
If it's cast on a 12+, it gets better. So if I cast it on an 8, the nearest visible unit within 12 inches, Thousand Suns add +6 to this, so within 18 inches, which will be these scouts, take D3 mortal wounds.
Cool.
And every unit within 3 inches also takes D3 mortal wounds.
Nice.
Now if it casts on a 12+, it does D6 mortal wounds.
Filth.
So what I'm going to do is I am going to spend 2 command points for Kabbalistic, probably said wrong.
Kabbalistic. Focus.
That one.
Yeah.
So on Magnus, so because I've got 2, actually more, other psychers within 6 inches, I get +2 to this.
Horrific.
So essentially, I'm looking for my big roll on an 8. I've got a reroll ones for Psychic for Magnus because he does that to himself.
Yeah.
And I've got my free reroll in my back pocket.
Okay.
So Mikey
command
his
point.
lovely alpha, but I'm going to try and counter it with wizardry.
Go for it. So it goes off on a 4.
I reroll my 1.
Cool.
I may yet use my reroll on the second dice if this is terrible.
There's a 2.
So it goes off on a 13.
Wow. Okay. So so that's D6 wounds on the scouts.
So I'll start with the scouts. They were the target unit.
Sure. That's a 5. So that's first strike. So that's that unit destroyed. And then the centurions.
D6 on the centurions.
That's 3. So that just kills one outright.
I think I'm going to keep my reroll. I'm going to let that fly.
So that's that same dead. And that's all the scouts destroyed. Cool.
I'll say that as a rather good start.
That's not a bad start. So what's next?
So, Magnus can still see that guy.
That guy?
That guy.
That's a bit harsh.
Well, I am trying to kill him. You know,
should have put more windows in. Should have played ITC Ruins. That's what we should have done.
I did ask.
You did ask.
I did ask. But no.
No.
So.
Next. Now the battery has been changed. We've got a recharge.
Magnus, his third power, he's now going to try and cast his Mega Smite. Now, he's now just back to his normal +2. He's not on +4 on this.
Just normal +2.
Because that stratagem is just for that power that you cast it.
Just normal +2. I mean, the Gaze of Magnus. Here we go.
So
on a 3.
It's cast on a 10.
Yeah.
I need an 11 to get me 2d6 mortal wounds. So I'm going to use my free reroll.
Go for it. I mean, you can't fail now, can you? So
I can't fail, and I'm looking for a 4+.
Sure. So there you go. 2d6 mortal wounds coming up.
You're a wizard, Magnus.
There's only 6 wounds in that unit left.
So I have used my free reroll.
Yeah.
I do still have a reroll from my command points.
You certainly do.
But so I do. 7 wounds.
So that's that unit destroyed as well. Filthy. That's 400 nearly 400 points you got rid of just in the psychic phase.
That's almost enough to pay for Magnus.
It is, to be fair. It's about time he made his points back.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Any more for the psychic phase?
That's Magnus done on bear powers. There will potentially be more, but I may have to take 2 minutes to think about it.
Alright then, that's coming up. Okay, Neil. You've been nasty enough now. I thought we were friends. I thought we were the same chapter. Legion.
In Love and War.
There you go. So what's next?
So my Exalted Sorcerer is going to cast Prescience onto this unit.
Okay, so that gives him +1 to hit.
So it's on a 7, I believe.
Doesn't go off on a 5.
God, I hate this game.
This game's rubbish.
Right, so that's not gone off. I'm not too fussed.
Sure.
And my next power is going to be I'm going to cast Boon of Change on Magnus.
Okay. Cool.
So I'm going for the +1 toughness essentially.
Sure.
1 extra attack and extra strength isn't too bad. But so I'll see what I cast it on. Now I remember what I try and cast it on.
I imagine it does go off on an 8.
It'll go off on an 8.
Yeah. So now you get D3. And
So I roll the D3 and consult the table. And I think that's +1 attack.
So +1 attack.
I'll take it.
Great stuff.
Just in case you decide to charge me.
I mean, I might do.
You might.
I did forget to say I'm spending an extra stratagem to give him the Raven's Fury, which is the advance and charge relic.
Well, we know what's going to happen to him soon.
So I'm actually down to 4 command points before the game starts and half my army wiped out.
Well,
but there you go. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Yeah? You're not doing any shooting?
Well, no, it's not the end of my turn. It's the end of my psychic phase.
Where?
Sneaky blood raven thief.
Shooting phase
Stealing my
coming
turn.
up. Okay, so it's the shooting phase. We've already done 1 bolter from this unit into the scouts, which did nothing because that was the other one that could reach. But what's next, Deal?
So we've got combi bolter into these scouts.
Okay.
Because again, it's the only thing in range.
Yeah.
Havoc launcher is going into these.
Into the
units.
tactical squad. Okay.
So bolter first at the scouts. Be
Sure.
hitting on 4s.
Yeah, because of -1 because I'm Raven Guard. So it does hit.
And
then
4s to wound. It's a wound. There's no AP on this because it's not an combi inferno bolter.
Okay, so 3 up save, coming cover. Passes.
Sweet. Probably should have done 2 shots there instead of just 1, but you know, because it's a combi bolter.
Yeah, no, do the other one as
So
well.
the second shot.
Trying to drag this game out, and so he's angry at you as well.
That's what I get for getting rules wrong.
4s to wound.
Doesn't
nothing.
win this time.
Cool.
I know how to Warhammer.
Exactly. So Havoc launcher. So D6 shots.
D6 shots. 5
5
shots. Now I moved, it's a heavy weapon, and you're all the way over there.
Yeah, so it's 5 to hit.
5s, but I am re-rolling 1s for my Exalted Sorceress.
Cool. So 2 hits so far. 2 hits.
So strength 5,
3
3s,
to wound. 1 wound.
no AP.
1 3 up saved, I'm not in cover.
Loving life.
Loving it. There you go. Alright.
So for my next trick,
Yeah.
I'm going to fire 8 bolters
Mm-hmm.
into those aggressors and
Okay.
the Soul Reaper cannon.
Cool.
So bolters first.
Sure. 4s to hit.
That's math. That's average.
Yeah.
4s to wound. Your toughness 4.
I'm toughness 5.
Ah, so 5s to wound. No
No
wounds.
wounds. Okay.
Soul Reaper cannon.
Yeah.
I don't suffer the penalty for moving, so it's just falls
Yeah.
to hit.
So 2 hits.
Not close enough to anyone for rerolls, but it is falls to wound because I'm strength 5. So that's 1 wound and -3.
-3, so I've got a 2 up save because I'm in cover currently, so it's 5 up. Fails, takes wound.
That is 1 wound.
Cool.
Okay. So my next shots.
Can I have it launcher see anything?
It could. Yeah, this Havoc launcher can see the Space Marines.
Okay,
So he's going to take a bit of a pot shot
go for it.
for D6 shots.
4
4
shots.
shots.
It's 4 doing rolling 1s,
Yep.
so 3 hits.
And 3s to wound.
Sure.
So that's 2 wounds, no AP.
2 3 ups. 2 dead.
I'll take that.
Okay, so I'll take that one and I'll take that one. I think I might have just knocked you out of line of sight.
I don't think he had line of sight to start with, to be perfectly honest.
Ah, fair enough. So the last rhino.
The last rhino actually can't see anything because somebody's parked a rhino in the way.
Okay, and they're out of range.
They're out of range.
So that's the only one shooting.
That's it.
Okay, so I've got morale check for these. They can't fail because they only lost 2. Leadership 8 with the sergeant.
I mean, you could try.
I mean, I'll try. 2, I'm fine.
You could try harder.
5, still fine.
Better. That's better.
Okay, so that's the end of your turn.
It is.
That was a bit nasty, that.
I like it. It's about time I had a first turn like that. Now watch me fall to pieces horribly. All this dust.
Yes, I just need to stop Magnus doing that, I think, so I can knock him down a bracket or 2. We might be alright.
Operation Blood Raven Starfish coming up.
Here goes nothing.
Incidentally, I scored 2 points.
Ah, yeah, because you hold 2 objectives. Because you hold that one and that one. Cool. So 2 points. So it is the Blood Ravens turn 1 coming up. Hey guys, that is the end of the movement for the Blood Ravens. I'm looking a little bit thin on the ground already, which isn't good, but we'll see how we get on. So I advanced the aggressors because they can advance and still shoot, which is cool, so they can be able to start pinning into them. Captain Slappius has advanced, so he's got like a short charge because he's got Raven's Fury. So I've only got 4 clan points at the start of the game, but he can advance and charge as well, so he's right at the front. The flyer has jumped right up as well. He's within 6 inches of the captain, so he can reroll hits of 1, which is handy. And basically, because you didn't cast Weaver of Fates, so he's only got 4 up in 1.
I didn't forget, honest.
I'm gonna have to try and ping some wounds through while I can. The scouts and librarian have just moved forward slightly. Lieutenant has jumped out with the Razorback and then made a little bit of a fire base, so I probably will be using Wisdom of the Ancients on that Dreadnought, so everything here rerolls 1s to hit. And then the tactical squad, the shuffled, holding that objective, but I've got the las cannon in sight of Magnus, so I can at least try and ping off some wounds. Yeah. Those scouts have stayed still to hold that objective, and then this Dreadnought has moved up and is holding that objective as well, and you can see Magnus. So that was the movement phase. I need a good turn now.
You do need a very good reply to that.
Yeah.
I mean, you only lost 2 squads, but one of those squads was one of your main squads.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I said at the beginning, with the Raven Guard, if I go first, then I just plonk them at the front and just kill anything that's there. I mean, I'm only killing rhinos, but I'm still killing them.
Killing something. It's first into points, first striking, you're in my grill.
Yeah, but now I'm on a bit of a back foot, especially with the aggressors being so far away from what I really want to be near. But there you go. So that was it. So that's the end of the movement phase. So it's the psychic phase, and hopefully I can do something coming up. Hey guys, so it's the psychic phase. We have the Terminator Librarian, who's nice and in the middle now, rather than walking him up. I'm gonna try as I might, because you have 2 squads in denial range.
I do. I've got 2 of my rubric sorcerers.
Yeah, so Magnus is actually out of range for denials. I'm gonna cast Might of Heroes on the captain, to give him +1 strength, toughness, and attacks, which makes him strength 10, 5 attacks, and toughness 5. It's really handy. He goes off on 6, and it does not go off because that is a 5. So I'm going to try and command point reroll this one. So I'm down to 3 command points, which it does go off on a 6. Terrible rolling so far. Could have done with a bit more than that.
It would be very gentlemanly of me to let that go.
No, I think you're going to fail anyway.
But yeah, I'm going to do it with this guy.
Sure.
Because he gets to reroll 1s because of Magnus.
Sure. So making
reroll my 1.
So it's a 5. No, you do deny. Yeah, that's fair enough. Never mind. And then I'm just gonna. I do have Null Zone. I don't think he's gonna come into it this turn. So I'm just gonna try and cast Smite, which will be at your Rhino.
Are you in range of my Rhino?
Yeah, should be.
Well, I'm gonna try and dispel it anyway because that's your last power, and I have 1 more denial.
So it does go off.
And I don't reroll that.
I'm pretty sure I'm in range, but if I am, it does 2 wounds.
You are.
Yeah, so 2 wounds to the Rhino.
Cool.
Can't complain with that. So that was a pretty. We need better luck than that.
You ain't gonna out-psycho Magnus.
No, we can try. So it's the shooting phase coming up. Alright. Hello.
Hello.
You alright?
I am. Are you?
No, I'm not enjoying this. This isn't fair.
So, what are you doing now?
So it's the shooting phase. I'm going to start with the aggressors and then I'm going to pump into this Rubik squad. They are going to have a 2-up save against this. However, if I can whittle down a couple next turn, I'm hoping I'll be able to get a charge off and delete them.
Potentially.
But yeah, so I get 5d6 from the top. So I get 8, 10, 12 plus 6 times 5. So I'll do the 12 and then I'll do the rest. So 4, 6, 9. So the first 12, they don't suffer the minus when they advance because they're aggressors. So 3 to hit.
Sounds horrific.
Yeah, it makes them a little bit faster, but they don't get to do that double shoot. And then it's falls to wound. So I get.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah, 4 wounds.
I'm going to touch your dice because I've only got 2 in my pocket. So these will be 2-ups because there's no AP.
No AP, no.
Kill 1.
Cool.
We'll remove him in a minute.
Yeah. And then the rest of them, I'll probably do a couple at a time. So they get 6 shots each when they move. 30 shots from the fists, hitting on 3s.
Ooh, that's a lot of 1s.
Yeah.
I like it when my opponent rolls lots of 1s and 2s. Makes me feel all warm and dusty inside.
But I only need falls to wound.
And again, it's just hopefully just whittling you down with the amount of saves.
Jeez,
that wasn't a great roll.
It's still good because it's still quite a few, but that's
not enough.
Not well. These dice appear to like rolling ones, so you know this could be a unit dead in a minute. Nope, drops 2 more, so that's 3 in total.
It's a few. It's better than nothing.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll rip them off and we'll carry on.
Okay, so what is next?
Okay, so I'm going to do the Stormhawk now.
Oh, there he is.
So he's going to shoot everything at Magnus.
Magnus will jink. Oh wait, wrong edition.
Yeah, so he's rerolling 1s to hit. He has got heavy weapons, but because he hates flyers, he gets +1 to hit against them.
How can he hate Magnus? Magnus did nothing wrong.
He did everything wrong. So the last Talon and the Assault Cannons are 3s rerolling 1s, but the Skyhammers are 2s rerolling 1s because they get +2 against flyers against them.
Naughty.
Yeah, so I'll do the last Talon first, hitting on 3s. Both hit. 3s to wound. It's 2 wounds, Neil. So these are 2 last cannons essentially. There's 2 invuns.
2 4-ups.
That's not what I needed to see.
Oh, I like that.
I've lost count. Not good. Not good. I needed some wounds through there. Cool. So assault cannons hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. And then you're toughness 7, aren't you?
Certainly am.
So 5s to wound.
Not bad, not bad.
Not a bad roll there, no. So 4 4-ups, it's -1.
I was about to say you're just out of Storm of Fire range of Lieutenant Hellstorm. However, that's a long way out.
It is a long way away.
So these are 4-up invuns.
Yep.
And that is
Take
2
wounds.
fails. So he's down to 16 wounds, I believe.
Cool. And then I'll do the Skyhammers, which are 2s to hit, rerolling 1s. Which are all hit. Then strength 7, -1. So I don't wound. Brilliant. So 2 wounds.
Down to 16.
Great. Just great, everybody. Just great.
Vengeance is mine.
Okay. Alright. So next I'm going to shoot the Castafair Dreadnought with his 2 20 autocannons, both at Magnus. It is -1 to hit because he moved, but I kind of need to get some wounds through. So 8 shots on 4 to hit.
No rerolls here either, unfortunately.
No, it's only 3 hits.
That's a bad roll.
And then 4s to wound. It's 1 wound at -1, so it's a 4-up. It's 2 damage.
So he's down to 14 wounds.
14, okay. Next I'll do this cheeky las cannon who hasn't moved from the tactical squad.
Cheeky.
Into Magnus.
Very
So,
cheeky.
3s to hit. 3s to wound.
Oh.
Shocking. Shocking.
Sure you don't want to command point that?
No, there's no point at this because I've only got 3 left. I am going to use 1 here, so that's going to be 2 left. So all these reroll 1s to hit with Wisdom of the Ancient.
Yep.
So I've only got 2 left, which isn't very good.
Are you doing that now, or are you saving that for a turn?
Well, it's at the beginning of the phase, so
So
I
not
literally
this
have to
turn.
declare it. I am using it.
Right, yeah,
So,
yeah.
because
Well,
that's why they're all within 6.
You did tell me off camera, so we'll
Yeah.
take that.
Yeah. So the Razorback can't reach Magnus, so he's going to pump the Hunter Killer into Magnus, which is the 1-shot
Naturally.
missile. And then I'm going to turn that on silent. And then I think the Assault Cannons.
The Salt Cannons.
The Assault Cannons, yeah. I'm going to pump into the Rubrics with the Stormbolter to try and whittle them down as well. So I'll do the Hunter Killer first, so it's 4 to hit rerolling 1s. Obviously I roll a 3. It's not going well.
We'll be right back with a Leviathan.
So the Assault Cannons into the Rubrics, hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. I just can't roll dice today, it seems.
I think me and Mikey have swapped dice, that's what it is.
Yeah. So 3s to wound. Cocked.
Yep.
So that's 4 wounds, mate, at -1.
Reroll your 1 to wound for Lieutenant Hellstorm.
Of course. Cool. So we got 4 at -1, which basically are ignored because you add 1 because it's only 1
So,
damage.
down to
There's 4
3 up.
3-ups.
So 1 drops.
And then 1 4-up for the 6 because of the extra AP.
Yep. Which he cocks.
Cocked. 1 4-up. So you lose 1.
So one of those rubrics drops.
Which one?
Whichever's closest to Slappius.
Actually. Okay. I am running out of shots now.
Does your librarian have a storm bolter?
He certainly does.
Oh, you still got the storm bolter on your rhino, in fact, in your razorback, in fact, you've not shot at the rubrics.
Yeah. 1 hit. 1 wound.
1, 2 up. Saves it.
Cool. So I'm going to shoot the scouts and the librarian at the rhino. I'm just going to try and whittle it down a bit.
Okay.
Because if I keep shooting them, you're going to reduce the charge. Where really, I kind of need to get into combat with you, because, or he's basically not going to be doing anything. Maybe I should have been more reserved with him this turn.
I have an alternative for you that I may suggest with you soon. Or a backup more than an alternative. So yeah, scouts and librarian, are you going to roll these all together just because they're all the same?
Yeah. So 7 shots, 3 rolling ones to hit, really, and 1 to wound. At the rubrics, I think.
You sure for the rubrics? Okay.
I feel like I've made massive mistakes already. So there you go, at the rubrics. So 1 missed. And then 4s, we're rolling 1s. 3 wounds.
I'm going to have to touch your dice again. Still only got 2 dice on me because I'm professional.
This is why I keep rolling 1s, because of you. Well, 2
You're
dead.
right. Those dice are amazing. Can I have the... yes, please.
Okay.
In fact, yeah, that's fine.
So I've got the Redemptor now. And he's going to put the big gun into Magnus, because the other guns can't actually reach, so they think they can shoot the rhino. Yeah, they can only hit the rhino, so he's going to shoot the 12 shots at Magnus and then the rest at the rhino. So heavy onslaught, Gatling cannon. It hits on 4s because I've moved. Got re-rolling 1s.
Good job.
Not
Very
bad
good
transfer
job.
that.
No, it's a good pick up that.
And then 5 re-rolling 1s. So we got
3.
Right, it
3
doesn't matter
wings?
for the minus.
No.
So it's 4 wounds.
I'll have to touch your dice again.
Yeah, so 4 4-ups.
Takes another 2,
So
down to 12.
6 damage this turn. Not too bad.
Not bad. It's not
Could have
bad.
been worse. Could have been better.
Everything else at the rhino?
Yeah, everything else at the rhino. So I've got 6 shots from the assault cannon. Well, the Gatling cannon.
The small Gatling cannon.
So 4s re-rolling 1s. 2 hits. 5s. Nothing.
Re-rolling 1s for the Hellstorm Lieutenant.
Keep forgetting. There you go. Nothing.
Redeemed.
2 bolters in on 3s. Re-rolling 1s. And then 5s re-rolling 1s. Nothing. And then the top gun, decent shots. 2. Hitting on 5 because it's a heavy weapon and you're not a flyer. So that misses.
Okay. As Lieutenant Hellstorm's bolt gun, is he in range of anything? Might be the rhino.
Yeah, we'll take a pop shot at the rhino. It's master crafted, so 3s to hit, 5s to wound. Nothing.
Yeah. Worth a try. Always worth a try. Okay. So
Terrible turn. Terrible turn. But there you go. That's the dice, isn't it?
okay, we'll be back in a minute with the charge phase.
So guys, after a terrible shooting phase, the only thing I can do is charge with Captain Slappius.
He's got to live up to his name now.
Yeah, realistically I'd love to charge Magnus, but I'm going to declare charge against the Rhino and the Rubrics.
Yeah.
But I do get to re-roll, which is always nice. But there you go, so Overwatch.
So we'll do the Inferno Bolters first on 6s re-rolling 1s. So it's a hit and a re-roll. So it's 2 hits. It's forced to wound.
Yeah.
That's 1 wound.
1 wound. 3-up save, which he passes.
Good job.
I like those dice, can I have them back please?
Nope. Inferno Bolt Pistol from the Sorcerer. Misses. And Soul Reaper Cannon.
Yeah.
Smear you up that wall.
Nope.
Good effort.
It's a lot of 5s.
And now we've got the Rhino.
Yeah.
His Combi Bolter, so 4 shots. Let's re-roll those ones.
One
so
hit.
1 hit.
Pause.
It's a wound. All coming up Hellstorm.
Takes a wound. It's down to 4.
Hooray! And the Havoc Launcher, D6 shots. 5 shots.
Not bad.
Same again. 3s re-rolling 1s.
6s re-rolling 1s.
I know that.
Missed.
I know how to Warhammer.
Yeah. Alright, so because I won't use your dice, can you pass me 2 green ones?
There you go, Mikey. Here's 2 green dice.
So it's an 8-inch charge to the Rubrics, but I do get to re-roll.
Certainly do.
So I get a 6 and a 1.
Well, you can't get worse, so you're in the Rhino.
I'm in the Rhino. I either straight up re-roll for free and then just go into the Rhino.
Now, here's a question. You're re-rolling charges. Is it re-rolled failed charges? Because currently you haven't failed the charge.
Interesting.
I don't know.
I'm going to have a look. It's interesting, Neil, because I can re-roll failed charges.
You have.
But I've both passed and failed the charge at the same time.
Well, you've successfully charged. You just.
But I've also failed.
Well, you haven't engaged every target, so it's unfortunately not a fail. You've engaged one of your charging units, makes it a successful charge.
It's interesting.
So, my suggestion, as a fellow Thousand Son, is you do your 7 inches to it around here. When you've potentially killed the Rhino, you can, or not fully engage it, consolidate and pile in. You're still going to stay close to the Rhino and engage the unit. Now, the unit will get to fight, but you'll stop them shooting.
Certainly will. It's very interesting. And there's not, to be honest, because I've got to go straight towards the unit anyway, I can't really do much else. So he's basically just got to pile towards the Rhino. Unless
you want to reroll your 1 with a command point.
Yeah, which I don't, because I've only got 2 command points left. If I had 3, well, if I had 4, then I would, because then I can fight twice. But because fight twice is 3 CP.
4 is a luxury in your position.
Yeah, exactly.
So from there, you can get a bit further. I'm
going to go straight towards the unit anyway. So, but there you go. So, can you pass me 2 more dice? I'll go straight into the combat because I have a Thunder Hammer. I think he has 5 attacks. I'm going to double check. He does have 4 attacks. So he's with a Thunder Hammer. He's going to basically just pile into there.
Yep.
As we spoke about, and then hit the Rhino.
Now, here's a question. You declared the rubrics as a target charge, and you successfully charged.
Well, this is the interesting thing.
You can actually hit the rubric.
This is the interesting thing because I passed and failed the charge at the same time.
You've not failed the charge because you've engaged the target unit.
So I'm going to say I failed against them because I think that's how it would work.
I don't know. I don't know Warhammer.
If you know if the comments, if you got a good reference, if you can find a page number so I can find that out, whether technically I could re-roll the charge and whether I could actually hit the Thousand Suns anyway. So interesting stuff.
I think you can, but he's being nice.
But I'm hitting the Rhino, so it's 3 to hit me rolling 1s because I've got Thunder Hammer, and of course I roll 2 2s.
2-2.
2-2.
I'm not dancing.
So it's 3s to wound. So it's 2 wounds at -3.
So these are 6-ups.
Yeah, 2 6-up saves. So that's 6 damage.
So he is down to 2.
Yeah.
So.
Cool. Now your attack's back.
Rhino gets A attack.
A attack, hit on 6s, rerolling 1s.
Let's reroll those 1s.
Hits. 3s to wound.
Mind that bus. It's a wound.
Oh, pass.
Triple Hellstorm.
Rolled a 6.
Good effort. So.
Cool. Then they'll pile in. Make sure you get that sorcerer in because he's good in combat.
Certainly is.
So 1 attack each. Hitting on 4s. 3, sorry. Yeah, not 4s.
Rerolling 1s.
Reroll that 1.
Well, I'll hit on 4s anyway. Which is nice.
Yeah.
4s to wound.
Well, that's 4 wounds. So 4 3-up saves. He's only got 4 wounds left. And he fails 1, so he's got 3 left.
I was not so much punching you, I was more just sort of making you choke on dust.
So now the sorcerer
gets 2 attacks.
Yeah. Hits on 4s, is it? Because of the staff?
3s.
3s, alright, okay. I thought the staff made him man as well.
No, it's not like a hammer or a fist, it's just a staff. Strength is 6, so 3s
to wound.
It's 2 wounds.
2 in ones.
These are D3 damage each.
And of course, a fair 1. He's only got 3 wounds left.
Big money. 2
That's
wounds.
2 wounds. He's down to 1. Any command point reroll?
Nope.
Fair enough.
I don't need to.
Yeah, makes sense. So, that is my turn done. I score 1, 2, 3, 4 points. So at least I'm racking points up.
Well, this is it.
But the Scarab are going to come and get me next turn, so.
But it is 4 to 3, and I've got a couple of morale checks to make.
Yeah. So I imagine your leadership 8 with the Sorcerer.
Could be more, to be honest. Yeah, 8 with the Sorcerer, and I lost 3 from that unit.
So you'll see from that unit. So on a 6 you'll lose 1. Nope. And then you've lost
2, 4, 6, 7, 3 from that unit.
Yeah. There you go, you lose 1.
1.
Sweet. So I'm alive on 1 wound. But there you go. So that's the end of my turn, Neil. Just weren't good enough, realistically.
It was alright.
Is this payback from the other day?
Yes.
1,000 Suns, turn 2, coming up.
Okay, so Thousand Suns movement turn 2. We've sort of rebolstered the line. We've formed a nice orderly gun line against these aggressors. Those 2 rhinos have stayed still, just so I've got a nice stable fire platform. The rubrics have stayed in combat with Slappius. I'm hoping to do some nasty tricks because, you know, he's worth it. The rhino on 2 wounds has sort of come around to try and block my home objective. And then I've pulled me Exalted Sorcerer on foot to back that combat up if needed, or smite if needed. And the Exalted Sorcerer on disc has pulled up within pistol range and potentially charge range of the Stormhawk, which, you know, could work. Consolidated my position on the ruins with the rubrics, so they're getting a bit of extra cover from long range fire now, which might help against the storm of fire. Magnus has stayed still, just because I don't think being over aggressive at this point is a good idea. And then we come to the back line, and we have the Scarab Occult Terminators have come in. They're within 9 inches of that unit and 9 inches in that unit, and all the combi bolters are in range of both. So I have options in this corner. We'll see how I feel later on with the as regarding ranges. But that is the end of my movement phase, and we'll be coming back with the psychic phase in a second.
Okay, it's the psychic phase for the 1,000 Suns.
Their favourite phase.
What would you like to do?
Destroy you. But on a friendlier note.
Great.
So I'm going to start off with Gaze of Fate for the reroll. So
sure.
We're casting it on 4s from Magnus still, he's not quite bracketed yet. It's cast on a 10.
Very good. I'm probably not going to bother trying to deny that.
Still don't think you're in range.
If you haven't moved, I don't think I am.
So
I can basically deny these and then.
So I'm now going to cast Temporal Manipulation, or however you actually say it. From him onto Magnus to put D3 wounds back on Magnus.
Sure.
That's cast.
And a 9. I can deny 1, I think.
I have moved. Let's check range. I think you should be. Yep, you are in range.
I don't want Magnus getting any more wounds. So there we go. And it does not stop it.
Okay. So Magnus regains D3.
Sure.
I'm going to use my free reroll, I'm afraid.
Makes sense.
It's just, there's no reason not to. It's free. So he gets 2.
Up to 14.
He's back up to 14. I'll change my dice in a moment.
Cool.
Okay. So for my next trick, this guy is going to cast Smite.
Okay.
So Slappius has only got 1 wound left.
Yeah.
And you no longer have a means of denying.
Nope.
So I need to get 5, and I can reroll 1s.
Sure.
And I have a lot of command points still. So it goes off. Reroll my 1 for the sake of rerolling 1s.
And your perils.
That's unfortunate.
Okay.
I'm going to command point the other 6.
Yeah, makes sense.
And not do that.
Okay.
Which will take me down to 6 command points.
No. So you're going to go 6 and 1. Brilliant.
Just Zinch wanted that so bad.
So you do kill Slappius.
So Slappius just dies on 1 wound. Does he explode? Are you thinking Armour of Contempt?
No. Because I can't do that because I'm not a vehicle. I'm thinking.
You're not a tank either.
Holy in Death does duty end.
Sure it does.
So for 2 CP, I get to fight as if it was the fight phase.
Cheeky.
Look, it's like Yanari. I'm Yanari now. So I'm going to hit you with my Thunder Hammer. So 3s to hit rerolling 1s. So I roll 2 2s again. Brilliant.
It's that dress he's got with them wings.
So it's 2 at -3.
So 2 5 up invulnerable saves.
Sure. Great, 1 dead. We're not worth 2 CP.
Oh, you killed the rubric.
It's not worth 2 CP.
I almost killed a rubric.
Cool. So I'm out of command points now.
I'm down to 6.
Yeah.
Right then. So that now frees them up. Which is nice, I guess.
Yeah. Would have been nice to kill 4 on the way out.
And probably on the way in as well, funnily enough.
Yeah. I think I only just killed 4 fighting twice.
So I'm going to charge Magnus to go fully Super Saiyan.
Yep.
And I'm going to go for his smite. I'm also going to use the focus.
Are you still within 6?
Yes, because there's a psyker there. And
oh yeah, sure. The Kabbalistic focus with the smite.
Yep, so this will take me down to 5 CPs. Smite, he is going to be the closest target now, the flyer.
Yep.
So, we're looking for a magic 7. Because he gets +2. +2 from the focus, so it's +4. I reroll 1s.
Filthy.
So that's an 8. So
yeah,
that's
so it goes off on 12.
Mortal wounds. Now I don't have any rerolls anymore.
Yeah,
so
I
it could
can't.
just be a double 1.
I can't deny it. Do anything about this.
But at least it's 2 wounds, potentially. Or 9.
Well, that's 11. Or 9. So
no, I don't get any pluses.
So I'm down to 1.
Nice.
Cool. Down to 1 wound.
So that's 2 from Magnus.
Yeah.
I'm casting Weaver of Fates.
Oh yeah.
I need to.
Great.
I really need to. I need to. I just should have done it in the first turn. Luckily, you didn't punish me for it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I tried to.
You tried to, but you didn't.
Yeah.
You sort of.
Thanks for reminding me, Neil.
Backhanded me with a feather glove.
Thanks for the reminder.
So this is going to be cast on a 4, I think it is. I can reroll that 1.
Yeah.
Because I can.
You get a 1.
Cast. Oh, that's +2, so on a 7.
Yeah.
Fairly sure that's cast, but I will double check.
Cool. We'll check it after?
Okay, I'll check it after.
Yeah.
Fine. You just don't want me to be hiding under the table, do you?
No, I want you to finish your psychic phase so I can have another 10.
No. So.
With all the units that I've got left.
I'm a horrible person sometimes.
Yeah.
So this guy is going to try and smite.
Yep. Makes sense.
It makes sense. It'd be obvious not to, and I don't want to get shouted at by people. So cast on a 5 because I don't suffer the minus.
Rerolling 1s.
I don't reroll in 1s because he's not being 6 of Magnus, but it is cast nonetheless.
Okay.
So that is his last mortal wound. It's a mortal wound. It takes the last wound off him.
So do I blow up? I do not. So that is the flyer removed.
So we should put that up in your.
There you go. Get rid of that. Alright, okay. What's next?
So he's cast 1. He's cast his. He's cast his. Man on foot. Man on foot has got prescience.
Yep.
You're going to cast it on that unit at the back again, like you tried last time. You can try.
Yeah.
So
7.
7s, rerolling 1s.
Does not go off.
And I can't have no means to reroll.
Nope.
He don't want to cast anything in this game.
No, basically not.
Does he have a cheeky smite in range? Yes, he does. I'm going to try a cheeky smite. It'll have to hit the scouts.
Can you see them? The rhino?
That's not the point. Technically, I can see your librarian's axe, but I'm not that guy, so I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
So.
Because it is the closest visible target.
It is, but that's a bit cheeky. I'm not a fan of any part of the model. Just seeing his axe head, it's not good enough for me, I'm afraid.
Fair enough.
He's going to cast Zinch's Firestorm on the aggressors.
Sure.
So
that a 7 as well, is it?
7 as well.
Does not go off?
Does not cast.
Alright.
So my quick math, he's cast his 1, he's cast his 1, he's cast his 1.
Yeah.
He tried to cast 1. I think Magnus is done. I think he's cast all he can.
Yeah.
And he's cast. So he's cast 1. I'm going to try and go for. Yeah, he cast Temporal Manipulation.
Temporal Manipulation.
He cast Summit. He's going to try and go for Boon of Change again on Magnus.
Okay.
This goes off at 10.
Yeah.
So
D3.
consult the D3. I'm looking for the 3 because that's
1 or 2 is
toughness.
it? Yeah.
So he's got +1 attack again.
Great.
Because you were going to charge him again this turn.
Exactly.
Okay, so that is. I've run out of magic.
Great.
I need to have a think about shooting now because you're actually quite a distance away. In fact, I lie.
You've got some psychic over here.
I've got some psychic, but I'm not going to.
No?
I can basically cast Smite or Weaver of Fates with that unit. I've already cast Weaver of Fates, and if I cast Smite, you're taking the nearest one of them two away because they're both 9 inches.
Yep.
Who gets to choose that, by the way? Is it me or you?
What, which model I remove?
Yeah, because actually,
me.
no, I mean which unit, but actually the Sorcerer is closer to that unit than that unit.
Alright, so
That
if it's
guy's
equidistance, you choose who it hits. I choose which model I lose.
So you're just going to take the Sergeant off there, aren't you?
That's me nodding like this.
That's not a wobbly hand before comments.
That's nodding.
So I'm not going to cycle with those. I'm not going to magic.
Nope. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to have a think about shooting.
Alright, so shooting phase coming up. Hey guys, it's shooting phase. We're going to start with this rubric squad and they're going to be going into the aggressors. So there's 10 10 rapid fire shots first.
So hit on 3s because I'm now within 12. No rerolls because they're out on their lonesome.
So 50-50.
Yeah, there's a bolt pistol in there as well.
Okay.
Or Inferno bolt pistol in there. So these are all on 5s.
Yeah.
So that is 2
wounds.
wounds at -2.
Cool, so I've got 2 up save there, so it's a 4 up save. So one takes a wound and one had already taken a wound, so he's dead.
And the Soul Reaper cannon
Sure.
gets full house.
Very good.
That's what we like to see. 4's to wound now because obviously it's strength 5.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Well,
full
that's 4
house.
wounds,
I'm taking
full
that.
5 ups.
Taking that to the bank and cashing it.
Well, another one dies. So I'll take that one.
Okay. So I'll come over to this side. I'll spread the love. So I'm going to have 4 bolters into the scouts.
Okay. So 4's take, because it's -1.
It is, but these are re-rolling ones.
Sure.
You know when you have one of those dice rolling days?
Tell me about it, Neil. 4's to wound.
3
3 wounds, so it's -2. I'm in cover, so it's 5 up saves. 2 pass, 1 dead.
Look at you.
I know. Look at that, eh? Okay.
This tank we drew from combat, so we can't shoot.
Yeah.
They cannot see anybody.
Cool. So you've got 2 rhinos left.
2 rhinos left and the Terminators.
Yeah.
So the rhinos are going to put their Havocs into the Dreadnought.
Okay.
I'm probably going to do these together, to be honest, and they're going to put their combi bolters into the aggressors.
Okay.
So 2 combi bolters will be hitting on 4s, re-rolling 1s.
Yeah.
So 3 hits.
Cool. And 5's to wound.
1 wound.
1 wound. It's -2, so it becomes
No,
minus.
there's no minus, it's combi bolter.
Alright, cool. So it's just 2 up then.
Yep.
Loves it.
And 2 Havoc launchers into the Redemptor.
Yeah.
So 2d6 shots. For 7
shots. 4's to hit.
4's to hit, re-rolling 1s.
Yeah.
Not bad, can't complain at that. 5's to wound. So
2 wounds.
2 wounds, no AP.
No AP. Would you say I get cover? Because I'm in cover and going through this big building.
I'll let you.
So 2 2-ups. Both passed.
I was going to say I'll let you, but you'll roll 1s anyway. But fine. Don't
roll
roll
3s
any
anyway.
1s then. Okay.
Great. Cool.
Right, so he's actually out of range of his pistol. I did sort of line that one up. Got to use it. 3-shot pistol. It's cool.
Alright, so you got these guys over here now.
Right, I'm now going to set up a quick poll in the comments. Should I shoot either the scouts that are in cover, essentially with the 3-up save, or do I shoot the power armors with the las cannon in the open who have 3-up save?
Okay.
Can
We'll
you
wait
please?
for your answer now.
So, after the results of the polls are in,
We decided to ignore it like everyone else does.
pretty much, I'm going to shoot the power armored dudes with everything.
Yeah, it makes sense. Because that's my home. That's my home objective as well.
But yeah, I mean, my thoughts I could shoot the scouts and charge your home objective.
Yeah, it's a very
Well,
valid option.
Probably fail the charge. You know what? I've changed my mind.
You want to shoot the
I'm
scouts?
going to shoot the scouts because the
Go
more
for
I
it.
think about it,
I would.
the more fun it would be.
I'd shoot the scouts, but that's me.
So I get a lot of dice with my Terminators because
Yeah.
4 of them have combi bolters, infernal combi bolters.
Okay. So they
that
get
is
4 shots each.
16 shots with the bolters.
Yeah. We'll double check they're all within 12 and we'll get the dice ready. So they are all within 12 and they're all shooting the scouts, so it's 3's to hit.
It is.
Not a bad roll.
It's not a bad roll at all, that.
4, 5 missed. 6 missed, another 2 there.
No, that's 5. That is 5 misses.
Wow, not bad.
Unless I'm... No, that is just 5 misses.
Cool. And then 4's to wound.
It is.
Ooh,
Not so great.
Doesn't transfer quite as well.
But that is 5 wounds.
5 wounds at -2.
Yep, so these will be 5 ups.
Very good. So 5 ups. And I passed, well, I caught that one.
Pass 3.
Pass 3, so only 2 die.
And the Soul Reaper Cannon.
Yep. 2 hits.
And 3's to wound. 2 wounds.
2 wounds, so 2
3.
6 ups. Failing both, so that's 4 dead.
And the Hellflare Missile Rack.
Yep.
It's heavy 2.
1 hit.
1 hit. Strength 8, so 2s. It's a wound, it's -2.
So 5 up. Ah, that's the unit destroyed.
He gets blown off.
Yep, so I'll just remove them and we'll carry on. Right, so that's the end of the shooting phase.
Good one. That was decent. Well, not as devastating so far this turn as last turn, but...
No, but I am slowly running out of stuff.
Yes, you are.
I'm kind of left in the middle now. I'm getting pincered. But you are charging the scarabs into my tactical squad. Scarabs.
I'm going to pincer you.
That's it. You are. Wow. So I'm going to overwatch my last cannon initially.
Oh dear.
Which hits. 3s. Wounds.
So
1 in run.
5 up. Yeah, it is still a 5.
Yeah, they're 5 because they're not cataphracti, they're just cool terminators.
Nope. Oh dear.
D6.
1.
Yep, 1 wound. Great. Then the bolters. 1 hit.
That's cocked.
That wounds, and then the cocked one doesn't hit. So 1 wound.
2 up.
Nope, it's fine. Cool. So charge range.
9 inches.
Need a 9. And he gets it.
10.
So they're going to go wow. 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 And they're all in.
Aren't Gamemat.eu mats great for sliding terminators
They
across?
certainly are. Certainly are. Cool, so that was it. That's the Overwatch done. So straight into the combat phase. So the Terminator strike first in combat. So
3's to hit.
power swords.
Some hits.
Yep.
And it's be 4 to wound.
Yeah. So 4 wounds.
4 wounds, -3.
So 4 6 ups. Well, I passed 1, so 3 dead. So I'll go 1, 2, 3.
And the Sorcerer's 2 attacks.
Yep.
Both hit.
Yep.
Strength 6, so 3's.
Yep.
Both wound, -1.
So 2 4 ups. Both
Whoa,
passed.
like a
Look at
boss.
that. So I'll pull in and attack. So the sergeant has 3 attacks and my normal dudes have 1. I could kill 1. So 3's to hit. 3 hits. 4's to wound. So it's 1 wound, 1 2 up save. Hey, kills 1. I presume it's going to be that one.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter at this point. Sweet. So at least I'm holding my own objective at this point because I'm upset.
Till you run away, of course.
It's a run away. So morale. I've lost 3 this turn. Leadership 8, so on 5 or 6. Now we're good. Great. Sweet. So how many points do you score this turn, Neil? Is it 2?
So I get 1 and 2.
Yeah. So it's 5.
5 4.
5 4.
Going
so it's
into
close.
Raven's turn. 2.
Yeah. So my turn 2. We're in a bit of a bad position now. But we're just going to have to see how we can get on, I bet.
Just as planned.
We'll see how we get on. I've run out of my big hitters now, so it's lots of 1 damage. I've got loads and loads of dice, but it's all 1
He
damage.
says he's run out of big hitters and he's still got a dreadnought on the table.
It's not a
With the
big hitter, though.
biggest hand going on the table. It's even bigger
Yeah,
than
he has,
Magnus's.
I think he is going to have to turn back, but that means I've got nothing to do with this here. But we'll see. It is Blood Ravens turn 2 coming up. Guys, so not much movement has happened because I am fairly thin on the ground now. I haven't really got much of a plan, I'm going to be honest. I kind of just keep walking towards all this smite, and it's probably not a great idea, but there you go. So the aggressors have moved up. They've only moved 5, and they're going to be able to shoot and charge those rubrics there. Hopefully whittle them down before I charge them and punch them with power fists. These guys have pulled out of combat, but they are still within 3 of the objectives, so they are still holding it. And the Redemptor has pulled back, and he's going to try and clear out these Terminators. This has stayed still, so it's basically going to be fine at full BS. I'm going to try and whittle down that unit in the middle. And then these guys have all just kind of wandered forwards, going to try and cast some smite maybe. Maybe bringing a librarian against Thousand Suns was a bad idea in the first place. However, I thought it was quite cool, quite thematic. But I'm getting punished for it. So we'll see what we can do. That rhino's only got 2 wounds. Hopefully I can pop it with the Mastercrafted bolter and it blows up, but we'll see. So it is 1,000. It's the Blood Ravens, not Thousand Suns Psychic Phase coming up.
Just as
Psychic Phase. I'm gonna have to try and just whittle down his numbers and try and get him off that objective, and then he's got to keep moving towards it into my guns. But we'll try it. I'm gonna cast Might of Heroes on the Librarian, so if he does start getting targeted, at least it's gonna be a bit more survivable. So on a 6. Does go off on a 10. Finally, can roll some dice.
Where's he hiding?
He is there, so he can deny with everybody.
So I'm going to deny Magnus because he can just deny everything.
Sure.
So he gets +2 to this, so I need an 8, 9. I
need a 9, yeah. Which you do not get.
I get to reroll my 1, so I need a 6.
Okay. Well, that's a 4, so he does get it.
He is a mighty hero.
I mean, it's not going to do anything, but I get it. So
he's a mighty hero of the Thousand Suns, coming back to see his father.
There you go. And now I've got that psychological warfare in there. I'm going to cast Smite on a 6, so that's not going off. So 6, you need a 5 to deny.
He's going to say no to this one.
Yeah, it makes sense. Fair enough.
Do I get to smite you back now?
No.
Like give you a psychic backhander, my son.
So that is all I can do. Does Magnus have an in-run? The better in-run this turn. I should have probably asked that before.
I remembered that this turn.
Yeah. Okay, so it is my shooting phase coming up.
Okay, here we have the shooting phase for the 1,000 Ravens.
Yeah, so I'm just going to have to do a rinse and repeat of last turn basically, and hopefully I'll just do more damage. I'm going to have to try and... I'm basically going to ignore Magnus now.
Aww.
Which is not good, because really I need to kill him. However, I need to delete everything else at the same time.
Let's not forget Magnus has got warp time, so he can get a wiggle on if he needs to.
Yes, indeed.
Not that I'm trying to bait you into killing him, of course.
I can't really do anything about it at this point, because he's got 3 up in 1 and toughness 7. So I just need to try and kill everything else.
And +1 attack.
And +1 attack, yeah, exactly. So I'm going to start with the aggressors, and they're going to shoot everything into this unit and try and delete this unit this turn. So 3d6 from the top. So I get 8 shots. I do have dice in my pocket, give me a rattling. So 3, 6, 8 shots hitting on 3s.
Good shot.
Not bad.
That's good effort, that.
And then 4 to wound. That wasn't. 3 wounds. 3 2-up saves. All passed.
Loving life, or loving dust.
Yeah. And then the first 2 bolter hands. And then I'll do the other ones after. So first 2 hitting on 3s.
Do you even roll, bro?
Yeah, exactly. And then the other 6.
Yes, is the answer by the looks of it.
And then 4s to wound.
Then again, maybe not.
No, that was a bit rubbish.
That's 6 wounds.
6 wounds, yeah.
6 2-ups.
Oops.
Drops 1.
Cool. There's one less going to be overwatching, that's the point. That's the main thing. Cool. So then I'm going to do the scouts and they're going to rapid fire into this rhino.
Cheeky. Very cheeky.
There's 3s to hit.
That's decent.
And then 5s to wound. No rerolls. So 2 wounds.
Straight 3-ups.
Straight 3-ups.
Ooh, down to 1.
Then I got Storm Bolter from the Librarian. Hitting on 3s. Wounded on 5s. Just 2 wounds.
Now, I think you'll find he's in range of Lieutenant Hellstorm, the Warlord, with Storm of Fire.
Yeah.
One of those wounds was a 6.
That is true, he's within 6. What about that?
So,
1 3-up.
My 3-up. Saves it.
And 4-up.
Oh, it's all coming up Hellstorm today.
That's not what I need.
Hellstorm Neil. Yay!
No, that's not right. That's not how it works.
It's supposed to.
So, Lieutenant Hellstorm with his bolter. 3s to hit into the rhino.
Yeah.
Misses. Right, can they see the Razorback? Yeah, they can, so never mind. I've put my tape measure down, but I'm going to shoot the Razorback. He's going to put a Storm Bolter into the Rhino and then the Assault Cannon into the Rubricks.
Yeah, they're where they were last time when you shot them, so they should be in range.
Yeah, so Storm Bolter first. 2 hits. 5s to wound, rerolling 1s. So 1 at -1. So 4-up save.
Oh!
Does it blow up?
No.
No, fair enough. That's that gone. And then I'll do the assault cannon. At least I've finally removed a unit. It's about bloody time.
Well, yeah, I didn't even notice that, to be honest.
Yeah, so 3s, all those ones. If Captain Slappius was there.
If only.
And then 3s rerolling ones.
You need Captain Boltius.
Yeah. 2, 4, 6 wounds at -1, so it is 3 ups because it's.
Were any of those 6s?
No.
So 3 ups.
I don't think so. I should have checked.
Drops another one.
Drops another one. Which
so that's one from each unit at the moment. Yeah, that one will do. You need to take one from there as
Closest?
well. Yeah.
Makes sense. Cool. So that's that done. So I've got the Redemptor left.
You've got the Dreadnought here as well.
I've got that Dreadnought.
I mean, from where you're stood, you can't see him. He's probably got a bead.
On Magnus or the Rhinos.
Magnus or the rear Rhino.
Yeah.
In fact, he can see those rubrics.
Yeah, but I need. Well, I think the aggressors. Oh, that's usual. Don't think the aggressors are within 3 of this. Oh, they're just within 3. So if I do pop them with the auto cannons.
I'm obsec.
Yeah, so I need to get rid. So I'll shoot them with the auto cannons then. So 3s to hit.
See, it was meant to be.
3s to wound. It's 5 wounds.
So 5 wounds at -1. I take it
ropes.
you're not going to let me have a cover save from that, are you?
They're not in cover.
Is it 5 wounds? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, 5 wounds at -1. Late pass.
Well,
anyway.
I'll just do that then. Fine.
Yeah.
Be like that.
And then the Redemptor will shoot everything at the Scarab Occult, as you can imagine.
Yep.
Whittle them down on the way in. So I'll do the Stormbolters first. On 3s.
Obviously no 1s to reroll.
No, and then
3s.
Stormbolters.
No, Stormbolters,
2 wounds.
sorry. 2 wounds. 2 saves.
And then D6 off the top. D3 off the top, sorry. 1 shot. Hitting on 5s.
Rerolling 1s.
No.
Do you not still have Wisdom of the Ancients?
No, it's only for 1 phase.
Right. I know how to Space Marine.
Yeah, and then I've got 1 cannon. That's 6. I'm 1 dice short, so I'm just going to re-roll 1. So this is both cannons, both assault cannons.
There's plenty there to
Gatling
reroll.
cannons.
So reroll your 1.
Yeah, so I'll re-roll 1 of them. Cool. And then 3s to wound.
Wow.
Well, they all wound. 3, 6, 9, 12 wounds. It is -1, but it's only 1 damage, so you have a 2-up save against it.
So I've only got 10 dice in my pocket, so I too, out of pure professionalism, will reroll some fails. Failed 1.
Yeah.
Failed 1. So
One
1's
wound.
down to 1 wound.
Rubbish.
We'll mark that up in a minute.
Yeah. So, that's the end of the shooting phase. It's not enough. It's not enough.
Killed summit.
I killed a Rhino on 2 wounds. Hey guys, so it's the charge phase. The aggressor's going to start. I'm going to give it a go, see what happens.
Nothing to lose.
Except for the entire unit. Well, there you go.
Just crashed.
So
bolters first and the bolt pistol.
Yeah. 1 hit.
Still no rerolls at that point. 5s to wound still.
Yeah.
Yep. To wound at -2.
So 5-up save, which I fail.
And the Sword Reaper Cannon.
Yeah.
No hits.
No hits. So charge range.
Plenty.
We're at 9, so they're going to charge to there. Can budge them out of the way.
Who's next?
Cool. I'm gonna. It might be a bit of a suicide mission, but I'm gonna charge these scouts into those rubrics.
Okay.
Because if I can survive on the way in and kill one, and then survive, I might be able to get rid of it. Get rid of that objective. But we'll see.
So bolters.
Yeah.
On 6s rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s. Oh, thank God.
And the Soul Reaper Cannon.
No, please.
Oh no!
Oh, bloody hell. Rerolling 1s. 3s to wound. Oh, thank God. It's quite a long charge. It's not a 10. It's less than that, but we'll
just
see.
roll your double 1. I'd be done with it.
We rolled 10.
So you're in.
So I'm definitely in. Cool, so I'll move them in a minute. And then the Redemptor is going to charge these guys at the back. Would you like these, Neil?
I'd like those dice, please. I professionally prepared earlier.
So call me Bolters first.
So 6s. Wow.
5 6s. Brilliant.
5 hits. I can't really miss from there. Let's kind of be honest with ourselves. It's 5s to wound.
Sure. So 1 wound, -2. So 5-up save. Passed. Rolls a 6.
And the Soul Reaper Cannon. Nope.
Missed.
And the Hellflare Missile Racks.
Miss. I don't know where all my other dice is there.
We'll roll on dice and we'll let you just see if that gets you.
I roll the 1.
Obviously.
Cool, so I need 2. There you go, he's in. Whoosh. Cool. So I'll charge those scouts in. And for the case of interrupting, I'm actually going to start with the scouts because I'd rather try and kill you before you interrupt and kill me.
Still got a lot of command points.
You certainly have. So in case you can interrupt, I'm going to start with the scouts. Coming up.
Alright. So, we're just saying to Neil, it's very unlikely, but I need to kill 2.
So here we go.
Really.
Scouts on rubrics.
So 3 from the sergeant and 3 from the other dude, so 3's to hit. 5 hits.
Good start. They're in the shadow of their Primarch. They're trying to prove themselves.
4's to wound. I do get 2 wounds.
I happen to just have 2 dice in my pocket.
Yeah, and a 2 up save. If I kill 1.
Which kills 1.
Boom.
Do I want to re-roll this?
Don't know.
Because this matters.
It does matter.
This matters because this is my home objective. Mikey's winning on the points at the moment, and he's still well placed to keep scoring more this turn. He might be losing models, but he's kind of got quite a lot of points at the moment. I am going to re-roll this 1. So I'm just going to take me down to 3 command points. And it's a 4.
No, I didn't need that. I needed to kill 1.
Got to keep
now
my
I'm
victory.
matching you, and you can just smite me off. But there you go. Oh well. So I'm going to go with the Dreadnought unless you want to interrupt.
I'm not going to interrupt.
Okay, so go with the Dreadnought then with his Redemptor Power Fist. So it's 3's to hit. So all hit. Show 14, minus 3.
I think it's 5's to wound against Scare and Cult.
I think it's 2's. It's 4 wounds, so it's 4 invuns or it's 1
2
dead.
blue dice, please. Other side. Professionalism.
Yeah. Every invun you fail, it's a dead Terminator. So 5 ups.
It's 4 dead
Pop the
Terminators.
unit.
Oh dear.
Pop the unit.
We'll remove those later.
Yep, and then I've got the Primaris with aggressors over there. So they've all got Power Fist. 3 from the Sergeant, 2 from the other dude, hitting on 4s. Ooh, it's not a bad roll.
It's a good start.
Wounded on 2, so it's a strength 8. So 4 wounds at minus 3.
So 4, 5 up invuns.
Yeah. So 3 dead.
So 3 dead.
Okay, so 3 bottle dudes, I imagine.
Not the ones closest to the relic, I don't think. Find. It'll be him, and him.
Cool. That's those 3 dead.
Right
So
then.
where would you like to start with your attacks back?
Right then. I'll just move in. So if you can pile me that squad in, I'll start there.
Yeah.
So it's 3 attacks from the rubrics.
Yeah.
Hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s.
That's 3 hits.
Yeah.
And 4's to wound. It's 3 wounds, get punched.
1 dead.
Right then. And the sorcerer's 2 attacks. It's a lot more difficult than it looks actually filming and rolling. 1 hit.
3s.
It's a wound.
5 up. Which I failed, so another 1 dead.
Another one bites the dust. Just
Neil.
as planned.
Come on, Neil. Alright, do I do this one?
Yep, you want to pile me in?
I'm presuming you're piling like that.
Yes, please.
Cool.
So 2 rubrics this time. 1 hit.
5's to wound.
Does not wound.
And then the staff.
Sorcerer. 1 hit.
3's to wound.
It's a wound.
Minus 1. Which I failed.
Roll a 1. D3 damage.
Yeah.
Oh, only 1. Have I not done a wound to them yet? Hey. Don't think I have.
I don't think I can't remember. We'll try and look back in the footage.
And do these guys get to attack? No, they're dead.
No, they're dead.
Right
so
then.
he'll just, to be fair, he'll just pile in like that, so he just turn round.
So, score.
Morale first.
Oh, morale
You've
first.
lost 3 there.
I have. So, leash bait.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So that's the unit. No?
No, it's only 1.
No, it's 1 dead, sorry.
It's only 1, but I've still got a reroll because we're in a new phase.
Save 1 dude.
I'll remove the bolter man.
Okay. Cool. Alright. So,
Your
score.
scouts lost 2.
Yeah, my scouts lost 2. Which they're fine, because leadership 8.
Okay.
So my score, it was 5-4 to you.
Yep.
But I score that one, and I don't score that one. So I score another 3. So it's 7-5.
So Mikey is in the lead at the end of turn 2.
Yeah, I need to keep that up though, which I'm starting to struggle with. I think.
See, I think I've completely lost my ability to take your home objective easily.
Yeah.
I mean, there are ways and means.
Yes,
However, them aggressors being that close are obviously going to be drawing my attention now.
Yeah. Which hopefully means I can just keep scoring points while dealing with them.
So
that's the plan. That's the plan. I'm clutching at straws at this point.
No, you're clutching at dice, mate.
No, I mean the green. Like straws.
Straws are banned. You're not allowed straws.
No, exactly.
So we'll be back with Thousand Suns turn 3 while Mikey throws all his toys on the floor.
That's it. Right, guys, it's the movement phase for Neil and Thousand Suns. Not much left, so no need for top down, and so I'd just do it for you because there's not much left. These guys are pulled out of combat.
Yep, so they've just run into the ruins.
Yeah, the rhinos have advanced out of the way, basically.
Yeah, it's castle's deconstructing itself, and we're now time to move out a bit.
Yeah, so Magnus is coming out to play in full force. It's about time, but he's been doing quite well at sitting at the back and just absolutely wrecking face.
He's done a very good job of defending the first couple of waves, or the first wave essentially.
Yeah, exactly. So those guys have stayed in combat, and then the sorcerers have shuffled, and so have the rubrics. That's about it, really, isn't it?
Basically, yeah.
Cool. So short movement phase. So is the psychic phase coming up. So it's the Thousand Suns psychic phase. What would you like to do?
Start with Gaze of Face on Magnus.
Okay. So that's free reroll.
Reroll my 1 because I can. There you go. It's cast. So Magnus gets his free reroll.
Sweet.
So this guy's going to cast Smite.
Okay.
So reroll is 1 for Magnus.
Yeah. Does not go off.
That's not going off.
Thank God.
This guy with no rerolls is going to cast Smite. It's going to have to be on the scouts as well.
Sure. Oh, cocked.
So
Does go off on 7.
So that kills a scout.
Unless I want to try and deny it. See, then my thinking is, the more I can deny now,
the less you can deny later.
Well, the thing is these want to cast Smite at these.
Maybe.
But the closest is the scouts, and he wants to cast Smite. But the closest is the aggressors, I guess. Well, actually, can you measure what's closer, the scouts or the aggressors? I imagine it might be the scouts.
Scouts are on a 7. It probably is.
Yeah, so the scouts are closer. So I am going to try and deny that. So it's 7.
Yep.
So I need an 8. Which I do not get. So there you go. One kills the scout. Never mind.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah, so the more smites I can make you focus on the scouts, the better.
This guy's going to cast Smite.
Sure.
So that kills a scout. I can reroll.
Kills an aggressor, sorry.
I can't get over.
You mean an aggressor?
Yes, I meant an aggressor. Maybe.
So if my dice were working, maybe I could slow this smite down, but there you go.
So he's going to cast Zinch's Firestorm on them.
Okay. So it goes off on 9, is it?
7.
7, okay.
It's one of the decent but not great.
Yeah. It does go off with the perils.
Got me free reroll.
Certainly have.
I'm going to keep it.
Okay, so D3 mortal wounds. Takes 2.
So he's down to, I think they've got 5 wounds.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they've got 5 wounds. But I could use this reroll now to do 6 wounds on the aggressors. Because it's D6 damage.
No, it's not.
It is.
Zinch's Firestorm is 9.
Oh, sorry, it's Zinch's Firestorm, not Smite.
Nice try. Yeah, what I'll do, it could be 6 damage if you roll 6 6s on 9 dice. How about that?
I mean, I'm working on it.
That's fair, right? So 9 dice, any 6s is a mortal wound. So you get 1 mortal wound.
The reason I was doing that is basically because I thought I was going to cast Smite as well, which is not what he's going to do.
There you go.
Smite.
Yep, so it's going to be on the scouts. So on 5. No.
No rerolls.
No rerolls.
Curious.
Very good. Very good.
So.
Interesting stuff is going on.
He's going to cast Temporal Manipulation on Magnus.
Okay.
The guy on the disc.
No, he ain't.
What's going on here? What's going on here?
Yes!
And he's now going to
smite some scouts.
Yeah, because it frees me up for shooting.
Yeah. So yeah, it does go off, so it kills the scout.
D3 kills him once.
Cool. Scout buffer, so it wasn't a waste.
Hate this game.
Yeah, I would as well.
Right, so Magnus has cast 1 power so far. I'm going to. Who's closer here, actually?
I don't think.
It's more not who's closer. Can I see you?
I mean, probably. Maybe not the librarian.
I mean, if I use the tips of my wings, yeah, but I don't want to be that guy.
No.
I don't agree with that. It's an interesting rule, but it helps Magnus and works against him at the same time.
Yeah. Try and go for the body.
Yeah, try to be fair.
It's up to you.
So Magnus is going to try his smite.
Yeah.
So it's
Gaze of Magnus on the aggressors.
Just smite.
It's called Gaze of Magnus, isn't it? His rule.
Oh, whatever.
So it's basically
super smite to match his hair.
Yeah.
+2.
Goes off on 9, so it's D6 mortal wounds.
Just need 3 or more.
Yeah, 3 or more. You get 3, it's perfect. So that's that unit destroyed.
So that's Magnus's 2 powers he's cast.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Weaver of Fates on Magnus.
Okay.
Because
With himself?
You've still got a lot of guns. Yeah, on himself.
Sure.
It's cast on a 10 or 12.
Yep, so you've got 3 up in one now.
I'm going to spend a command point. I think it's a command point to cast another power.
Oh, okay. So I'll have a look. How many command points are you down to if that's 1?
If it's 1, I'm down to 2. I've got 3 left before I do this. So I've got enough.
Even with all those rerolls?
Well, yeah, because I haven't used any rerolls other than my free one.
No, you use loads of rerolls.
Only my reroll ones for the.
And you rerolled a save here and there.
Yeah, last turn.
Yeah, so 2 command points left. But what power are you going to cast?
Warp Time.
Very good.
On Magnus. On a 10.
So it does go off
to 12.
So he gets the free move.
Magnus is coming to part A, and I'm coming to take some objective A.
Very good. So Magnus is finally coming to play. And move objectives by the looks of it.
Yeah, I'm just pushing it back in your deployment zone so I can burn it.
This one is just out for clarification. Okay, so that's the end of the psychic phase. Let's see how many points that stratagem was.
We'll check that.
And then it's the shooting phase coming up. Alright, so it's the shooting phase for the Thousand Suns. We're going to start off with this unit of rubrics. I'm going to shoot my librarian because he's the closest model now.
He is. So the sorcerer is within 12 and he is within 12, but the back two are not.
Okay.
So do I have to split these shots? Because of the -1 to hit.
Yeah, you will have to. Yeah, because of -1 you'll have to split.
So 3 shots first.
Yeah, hitting on 3s.
They'll be hitting on 3s. They'll be re-rolling 1s because of the exalted sorcerers.
Sure.
So they all hit.
Yeah.
I'll put the hits to one side. Bolter are hitting on 4s. It hits.
Yeah. And 4s to wound. 5s to wound because he's toughness 5 because of Might of Heroes.
So 1 wound.
1 wound. -2. He's a 1-up save there, so 4 up. 3 up.
Math.
Passed.
And the Solar Cannon's just hitting on 4s.
So 2 hits. Wound on 3s.
Wound on 4s, but 2 wounds.
-3.
Yeah.
So 4 up saves. 1 wound. Down to 3.
Okay. So
I think they have 4 wounds, librarians.
Yeah, they do, yeah. These 4 are going to shoot the librarian, but they're all at long range.
Okay.
So 4 bolters.
Yeah, 4s. And then 5s.
Don't think there's an exalted sorcerer close enough. No wounds.
Yeah, so why are you rolling over there where I can't see? Bloody hell.
Magic.
Okay. This unit pulled out of combat.
They did. They can't actually see much
The
anymore.
rhinos advanced.
They did.
At the end of the shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I presume it's the charge phase, Neil.
Certainly is.
Okay, so it's Magnus who's going to charge into the Dreadnought. I'm going to try and take him down some damage, do some damage to him on the way in. So Overwatch with his autocannons. 1 hit. 1 wound. 3 up save. 3 up. 3 up.
Third time.
Ah, there you go. He's passed. Would he like to charge? It's probably double. It's 3 inches. I think you're in. Yeah.
I'd like to stay close to that objective if you can, please.
Yeah. Punky there. There we go. Oops, he's on top of my base there. That's cheeky. Cool. So Magnus is going to delete my Dreadnought, I think.
Fingers crossed.
There you go.
Hitting on 2s, re-rolling 1s.
Yeah. Re-rolling 1s. All hit. And then 2s.
Strength 16.
Yeah.
Probably just enough. It's -4.
-4. Cool. So do I blow up basically? Because that is...
Each. So that's 18 wounds.
Yeah, so do I blow up? I do not. So that's the Dreadnought destroyed.
Cool. Magnus is just going to stay there, don't need to consolidate.
Yeah, makes sense. Alright, so points, you score another 2.
I score another 3.
3, oh you have that one as well. Yeah, that's cool.
So
it was 7-5.
So it's now 8-7.
8-7, so I'm still just rocking it a bit. I'm still just struggling along, kind of at this point. But there you go. So that is the end of Neil's turn, so it's my turn 3 coming up. Let's see what we can do. I just need to keep scoring points and staying away from Magnus now, which is going to be very difficult. So, turn 3 for the Blood Ravens coming up. Right, that's the end of the movement for the Blood Ravens. Super thin on the ground again. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 models left. 6 models. Forgot about the Librarian. It's because he's blue. It's because he's blue, that's why he's blending in. So I've moved I've moved the Razorback. He's on top of the objective. I'd love to put it inside and drive off, but there you go. So he's just on top. Basically it's that position because I'm going to try and kill those 2 in there just to stop Neil being able to score with them. So he's going to have to put something else on top.
Does anybody else see True Blood Ravens coming out here? I'd like to put the objective inside my Rhino and drive off.
But there you go.
I'd like to steal everything that's not bolted down, please.
Exactly. So then the tactical's got to stay still. They're basically just going to try and ping a las cannon off at Magnus because
you need to.
There's not much else I can do really unless I try and pop off like a Razorback, but a Rhino. But because I've got that many wounds at this point, I can't really do anything about it. The Librarian's going to go for the charge. He's going to try and clear them off that objective, but I imagine the Rhino's within 3. But then this Redemptor couldn't actually reach anything this turn without going for Magnus, so he's advanced onto that objective. So I'm at least going to score 3 points, if not 4 this turn. And that's the main thing, which will keep me in the lead. And then it's just a waiting game for Magnus trying to kill me then. But we'll see. So it's the shooting phase, psychic phase first, coming up. It is the psychic phase. Are you ready, Neil?
I'm born ready.
I'm going to try and cast Might of Heroes, which I get off on an 8.
Magnus is going to try and stop it. Needs a 7 on the dice. Gets a 9.
Just get a 7. Yeah.
So it becomes a 9.
Cool. And then I'll try and smite, which goes off on a 5.
Magnus is also going to try and spell this one.
Great. Cool. That was fun.
Good phase on.
Great. Shooting phase. I may as well just roll straight into it. I'm going to shoot the Storm Bolter from the Librarian at the...
Roll straight into it.
Get it? Because it's a dice game. I'm going to roll my Storm Bolter shots into this unit. So 3s to hit, which is 2. And then 4s to wound. 2 wounds.
2
no minus.
2
cool.
safe.
They survived. And then I'm going to the Razorback is going to shoot into there, so I'm going to pass Neil the camera. Alright, so the Razorback is going to shoot the assault cannon into this unit in the building. So 3s to hit, 4s to hit because I moved. Terrible. 6 hits, and then it's 3s rolling once. So 5 wounds. 5 2-up saves. Kills 1.
Kills 1.
The Soul Reaper or the Sorcerer?
I'll keep.
I'll make your life more interesting. I'll try and kill the other one with the Stormbolt, then you can decide.
Yeah.
So 3s to hit.
Yeah, if you kill them both, it makes my choices a lot easier.
4s to wound roll once. What got 1? It's -1, so it's still 2 up. No, so you do have to kill 1.
Yeah, I'll take.
Actually, Lieutenant Hellstorm is going to shoot his bolter as well.
Yeah.
Hits.
Skillfully.
And lands on a Rhino. Wounds at -1. It's 2 damage.
It saves.
It still saves, so yeah, it's just 1 dead. I feel like you get +1, don't you?
Yeah. So, I'll take the Soul Reaper cannon off.
Cool.
I've clearly proven this is not a shooting game for the Thousand Suns.
And then I've got a cheeky las cannon at Magnus from the tactical squad. So 3s to hit.
Cheeky. It's a hit.
3s to wound. Doesn't wound. Never mind. Alright.
Are you going to roll straight into the charging phase?
I definitely am. I'm going to charge the Librarian into that unit and try and kill some stuff.
Okay, so I will do quick dice.
Yeah.
So
you got 4 shots from bolters and the pistol.
So 5.
Steady.
Magnus is trying to come with me. 5 bolter-ish weapons. 1 hit. Reroll my 1s.
Yeah.
So 1 hit.
Yeah.
Does wound.
4 up. Fails, so down to 2.
And the Soul Reaper Cannon, which has got the coolest name, gets a hit.
Yeah.
Gets a wound, -3.
Failed down to 1. Cool.
It was a bold charge.
Goodbye, Librarian. It's an 11-inch.
At least he means it.
Yeah.
You don't want to charge the Rhino as well, do you? So I can fire some more Overwatch at you.
No, I'm good.
Cool.
I've got 1 wound left.
Right,
We'll double check what he does in combat and then we'll come back. So I did double check. He's actually got 5 wounds because he's got a Terminator.
Rules.
Cool.
Get some.
So he's got 2 wounds left, not 1.
Excellent.
So he's got 4 staves, so he's got 3 attacks hitting on 3s. Great, that was fun. Goodbye, Terminator.
So I will see your magic and I will poke you with the Sorcerer first.
Yeah.
He gets 2 hits.
Yep.
3s to wound. Yeah, because I'm still strength 6.
Yeah.
1 wound.
-1 to 3 up, which he passes.
And 3 dudes.
Yeah.
3 dusty dudes. It's reroll my 1. So 3 hits. Still toughness 5, aren't you?
I didn't get Marry of Heroes off, so no.
Ah, right, so it's toughness 4. 1 wound.
1 wound, 2 up. Fails, down to 1.
See, if we'd have not read the rules, he'd be dead. Damn those rules.
But he did nothing, so he may as well be.
Okay.
So at the end of that turn, I still don't hold this one. I only hold 3 objectives, so I'm on 11-8 now.
Yep, so we're
right.
on 11-8.
Yeah, I kind of need to do more now. Again, I've needed to do more every turn. I reckon this might be a mop-up turn now.
Potentially.
We'll see.
Potentially.
So yeah.
So, Thousand Suns turn 4. Movement phase is complete. As you can probably imagine why. They've stayed in combat. That unit's walked down that ruin. The Exalted Sorcerer on the discs jumped over. It's getting a bit more aggressive now. Can afford to be. This guy's walked up as a backup into there. This Sorcerer from the Rubik's has done what he should have done last turn and hid, so not stick his face in front of an assault cannon. This Rhino's just driven up here to hold that objective in part of Magnus. Magnus is doing something funny here. He's moved in a not so obvious direction. I wonder why. And finally, this Rhino's advanced, so he's just sped up the side of that wall. Gonna go for a bit of a ram on the Contemptor, I think, or the Redemptor, the Dreadnought. So that's the end of the Thousand Suns movement phase. On to Psychic next.
Alright, so it's the Psychic phase for the Thousand Suns. Neil, what would you like to do?
Smite.
Great.
So this guy's going to try and clear himself out of combat.
Okay.
So he's going to do his 1 smite. It's obviously going to hit the Librarian. So let's see what we get first.
5.
It's a 5. So.
I could have done with you failing. Well, there you go. So I'm going to try and deny. I do get +1 because you're within 12, and I've got the Psychic Hood. So I do deny it on a 7.
So you stop that one.
Great. Next.
Smite.
Yeah.
This guy's going to cast Smite. The Librarian's still the closest.
Yeah. And he's dead.
So that's actually a D3 as well, but it became irrelevant.
Goodbye, sweet maybe Mephiston, but I'm a Bloodhaven, so I stole him.
So,
cool.
Next.
What's next?
Will be Dude on Disc is going to cast Smite.
Great. So that's going to be the hit in the Razorback?
It's going to be the Razorback now.
Yeah. Well, it perils.
It's all coming up Millhouse. So my perils.
D3 not wounds on yourself. Takes 2. So both lost 2 wounds now.
But the D6 on the Razorback is 4.
4, so he's got 6 wounds left.
Bit worth it.
Yeah, not bad that.
The Sorcerer, who has also only got 3 wounds left, will Smite. I've kind of run out of things to do. He's got Smite and
Temporal, isn't it?
No, that's on foot's got Zinch's Firestorm and Prescience.
Ah, okay.
He's got the temporal minute to keep up with Magnus, basically. So Smite first. That's a cast. So it's D3.
Yeah.
For 2.
Takes 2, down to 4.
And Zinch's Firestorm
does go off.
It does go off.
So 9 dice.
Why do I only have 8 dice? What kind of Thousand Suns player am I?
I know.
So I'm looking for 4 6s. Unlikely, but you know, this game's been one of those. So
that's
there's
2. It's down to 2 wounds.
This sorcerer can't see anything for brave reasons.
Yeah, so it's Magnus left, I
So
think.
it's down to Magnus. Magnus.
He's closer to the Marines for smite.
So Magnus is going to smite. He gets the magic smite for the 2d6, so they're just dead.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, yeah,
Gets,
it's
he
11
gets plus 2,
instead.
so that becomes 11.
Yeah, so that's those guys dead.
Magnus is now going to cast Weaver of Fates on himself,
Sure.
which goes off, so he's now got his 3 up.
Okay.
He's now finally going to cast
Warp time.
for
Yeah.
obvious reasons now. Which he
Which
gets.
he does, so he's just going to charge 16
So-
straight towards the Razorback, I presume. Or not?
I really should.
Shall we ever think about it?
I'm going for your objective.
You go for the
I'm
objective?
going for the objective. Can you move me 16 towards, please?
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Cool.
And that is the end of the psychic phase.
Okay. So it's the shooting phase.
So, yep.
So shooting phase coming up. It's the shooting phase.
Okay. So, this guy who's only driven up
Yeah.
is going to shoot your Razorback.
Okie dokie.
I'll actually check my range, because when we're in 12 I get 2 shots. 4 shots. So that's a 12-inch range. So
Yeah,
the combat
so 4
bolter
shots.
gets 4 shots, hitting on 3s,
1 hit.
5s. It's a
One
wound,
wound.
no AP.
3 up. Passed.
Loving life. Havoc launcher for the D6 shots.
Sure. 6 shots. Little
These are on
4s.
4s because I've moved. Wow.
Well, that's 1 hit.
Stupid game.
Brilliant.
Be 5s to wound.
Nope.
Doesn't wound.
Cool.
He's advanced, so he can't.
Yeah.
We do now have a lot of lovely bolter fire though. They're
Yeah.
all going to be at long range. So I'm going to just do this for the sake of speed. They're all shooting the Razorback. So
Okay.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bolters.
I don't think you'll be able to see the lieutenant once you've done anyway, so you may as well just shoot them all at the Razorback.
They're all going at the Razorback.
Yeah.
Reel on my 1s.
Very good.
You don't get chapter tactics, so the 3 does hit. 5s.
1 wound.
1 wound.
And fails his save, so there's 1 wound left.
And a Soul Reaper cannon.
Yeah.
He
All
meets
hit.
it. 5s again.
5s again, yeah.
1 wound, minus
So,
3.
6 up. Fails. Does he blow up? There's the 6. Lieutenant Hellstorm takes 5 wounds.
3 wounds.
It's-
D3.
Is it D3?
D3.
Alright, there you go. So he's on 1 wound then.
It's only really big tanks that do that kind of horrific damage. But can I
Okay.
just take another poll? Who didn't see that coming?
Well, I bloody did.
I kind of thought it, sorry as well. Just
Yeah.
as planned.
Just as planned.
And that is turn, because there's nothing else I can do.
Cool. So you're holding 3 objectives, which puts you on 11. You're holding 4. So, or you can either have that or you can burn it.
I'm going to burn it.
Cool, for
Because Magnus
D3.
doesn't want to sit there all game, let's be
No.
honest. We know what's happening now. For 2?
Rolls 2, so it's 14. 14, 11.
Yes.
Very good. And that objective is removed. Cool. So not a bad turn again, Neil. I've said that every turn for you though. So
A nice feeling.
I don't like conceding, but it is pretty much game. I'm just going to see what I can kill now.
So, yeah.
See if I can clip some units out. So it's the Blood Ravens turn 4.
Yes, it
Turn
is.
4. Turn 4 coming up. End of the movement phase, and I'm not conceding. I'm just probably throwing the game. I might get lucky, but basically Lieutenant Hellstorm and the Primaris Dreadnought is going to go and try and kill Magnus.
Let's be honest, it's about time you saw some Warlord on Warlord action.
Yeah, so basically they're both within 6 of each other, so he's going to be re-rolling wounds of 1. I'm going to try and do some damage to Magnus, and I'm going to charge him and punch him.
It's got 14 wounds, and you do 3
And a
wounds
3.
attack.
Yeah, we got a 3 up in 1.
I can fail it.
This is true. I failed my Smash Captain one, so you can fail that one. So it's the shooting phase coming up. Right. Here goes nothing.
Or everything.
Or everything. Lieutenant Hellstorm will rapid fire his Mastercrafted Bolter. In on 3s. Wounded on 5s.
Don't lieutenants hit on 2s?
Nope, not only in combat.
Uh,
So that failed. So then I'll do D3s from the Redemptor off the top. So 2 shots. Hitting out, it will be 5s, but you are a flyer, so it's now 4s. No, sorry, it's 3s.
yeah, so he's
So I move so it becomes 4s and then +1 against flyers. So 3s, 2 hits. 4s re-rolling 1s. So 1 wound. It is only 1 damage.
He saves it.
Cool. 2 storm bolters. 3s. I don't know what that was.
It was a 3. It was
it? Okay.
Yeah, it was it.
5s, rerolling 1s. So, 1 wound.
He saves it.
And then the Gatling cannon. Rerolling 1s. So 1 wound. Saves it. Can see this happening for the rest of the game.
Stop doing 1 wound a turn.
18 shots on the other. No, 12 shots. I think I've rolled too many dice.
It's alright, you can have it. You're allowed.
Yeah.
He's going in full fire frenzy.
Yeah. I'll do it again. I'll do it properly.
Oh, okay.
3.
He'll stop cheating now.
6, 9, 12. Yeah, I rolled.
Just
I rolled
to save
6.
a couple of comments.
Yeah. I rolled the.
He rolled the little
first
gun.
6 and then I rolled them all together again. So could do with that again. 5 rolling 1s.
That's good. 3 wounds, I see.
3 wounds, yeah. 3 ups. 1
Takes a
wound.
Now, if only I could re-roll my 1s of a save.
There you go.
God, Magnus is just no good.
Cool. So charge phase. I'm going to charge the Redemptor.
I have no Overwatch.
I have a failed charge. I'm going to charge Lieutenant Hellstorm.
I still have no Overwatch.
6, both failed. Fantastic.
I'm going to feel like you didn't score anything that turn.
Yeah, just a little bit. I
So
didn't do anything.
the score is currently
14-11. Yeah.
We're going into Thousand Suns turn 5, potentially the last turn.
I reckon what's going to happen is Magnus is going to move there. He's going to smite Lieutenant Hellstorm and then kill him in combat.
Well, that's where you're wrong.
Why would you not do that?
I want to fight Lieutenant Hellstorm in hand-to-hand combat and turn him into a spawn with the blade of Magnus.
You don't get any points.
That's not the point.
It is the points.
You won't have any models when he's taken off anyway.
Do you want to just fight the Dreadnought in combat?
How many wounds has the Dreadnought got?
He's got 13.
What's his toughness?
7. So you hit on 2s and wound on 2s.
Fine. My turn 5. We've smoked Lieutenant Hellstorm. He's run away like a little girl.
Yeah.
Bearded girl at that.
I don't like conceding, but I know when I've lost.
So fast dice. Magnus hits and rerolls his 1. Magnus hits.
2s.
Magnus wounds on 2s, and each one of these is 3 damage.
Well, you've done 12 wounds to him.
I've still got rerolls. I've still got 2 command points left.
Very good.
How many wounds you got left? 2 after this.
I'll have 1 wound after that.
I'll have done each one of those 3, so that's 12.
Yeah, so you've got 1 left.
So I'll reroll 1 of those wounds just to make Mikey happy.
Does he blow up? No, he does not. Good game, Neil.
Left-handed shake.
Well done, mate. Let's have a chat about it.
Let's.
So there you go. That was a bit of a pounding, a bit of a return fire from last week, I think.
It's been coming. Thinking back when I last won a battle report, I think it was when my Iron Warriors beat Dan. I could be wrong.
That was
the last one I can remember. That was when the Eldar Codex came out.
Like October, November last year.
That was
quite a while. But yeah, Magnus was able to do exactly what he needed to do.
Yeah, Magnus did a Magnus and he just threw his weight around the table.
Yeah. Thinking about it, because I went second, maybe I should have I deployed very defensively with my infiltrators, but maybe he should have been a bit more aggressive, like especially with the captain, because if the captain could have got into Magnus turn 1, that'd been really good.
Yeah.
But I was just too far away, even with the advance and charge.
Well, I mean, I contemplated that. That's why Magnus was sat right at the back.
Yeah.
So
if I would have gone first, I would have been right in his face. I probably would have punched him first. Probably shot him with melting guns first.
Yeah, before he gets the powered up save.
Yeah, but again, it's as I said at the beginning. I'd say this list is relatively tame. It's got some good punching. It's got some okay units. Like I think the Razorbacks are just rubbish now. I found that with the Space Marines, they only really work if you're actually utilising that chapter tactics. And the Razorbacks are quite expensive for what they do these days. They're still quick. They're good for holding objectives.
I think they fall too much into for low drop count armies.
Yeah.
So you put a squad in with firepower, like the last cannon team.
Yeah.
Potentially with one too many Space Marines in. And then you've got a captain, or a cheap captain, cheap lieutenant.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're building a fire base, but then you might as well do what you originally did with Guilliman and do the Ultramarine thing.
Yeah.
And take Guilliman.
Yeah, exactly. Which is never fun, and also I'm not the right colour.
No.
And I seem to get hate for it. So.
You're not Raven Guard either, you know.
Yeah, but I'm using Bloodraven's keyword. If you use Gulliman, you've got to use the Ultramarines keyword. So at least I'm playing fair. But yeah, I brought some cool stuff like the Redemptor. I think it's such a cool model. I absolutely love the Redemptor as a Dreadnought.
It does what people think of Dreadnoughts. When Dreadnoughts are like, you see the opening scene to Dawn of War, the first one, and that Dreadnought bursts through.
It destroys walls, blows stuff up, and then
those Dreadnoughts don't reflect that.
No.
They look like they reflect that.
Yeah, exactly. But the problem is it's too expensive compared to the, sadly, the Leviathan. The Leviathan's got the survivability, it's got the BS, it's got the wounds, it's got the armour save, the invuln.
Toughness.
The toughness and he's only a few more points if you gave him a similar loadout to this. Yeah. So which is a shame, really. Again, as many battle reports do and as we do, I'd love to see a change in chapter approved, but I don't know. I think Codex Space Marines needs a massive overhaul. Because there is only a few ways to play them, and even then, it's not like game breaking.
Yeah.
The stratagems aren't that great. You don't get that much stuff in your list. You don't get that many command points.
No, there's too many nice toys you want to take. Like your Centurions and your Aggressors are how many points?
Yeah, so the Centurions are like nearly 300 points.
They've got to get in combat to do anything.
Yeah, so if I don't
got metal guns, but
yeah, if you don't go first, they're dead. They die.
Yeah.
Which is a shame. So you're basically wasting 300 points. If you go first, they're super good.
Yeah.
But if you don't, then you just kind of like the Aggressors were alright this game, but that's because they're off to a flank. But if the Centurions weren't where they were, they wouldn't have done anything this game.
Because you've no means to speed them up like warp time or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. You can't
transport, but then
you just put them in a Land Raider.
Yeah.
Or a Storm Raven.
That's not a cheap option either.
And then it's like 600 points in a 300 point unit that if you go first does really well. If you go second, it's still gonna. It's turn 2 before it does anything. Yeah. Which is a bit of a shame because I don't always like pulling the Leviathans out because if I play someone and I go first and I get a good turn, then it is literally a 2-turn game.
There's only so many times you can watch the same army as well, I suppose. And we like to mix it up for you guys.
Yeah, so I don't actually bring out the Leviathans too much on battle reports. Only the tournament. I think the last time I pulled them out was the Grand Tournament. So that was May.
Yeah.
So that's the last time they're on a battle report.
We don't see them much unless it's tournament practice games.
Yeah.
You know.
Because it's boring. It's boring, and it is for me as much as it's the same for you. It's the same for me as well.
Yeah.
But in this game, at least we got to finally see what the Thousand Suns are really capable of.
Without just Zangor spam as well.
Without Zangor spam, yeah. So we'd love to have some Zangors, but we'd wait for Dan.
Yes, Dan.
But yeah, Magnus is really good. He did what Magnus should do.
Yeah,
he powered up, he charged through everything.
Bossed that
He blew it up with mind bullets, and that is exactly what you need to see.
Yeah, I think a lot of people get too aggressive with Magnus too quickly. Now, admittedly, you did not bring a very strong gun line.
No.
Which is normally what people do. They'll basically kill shot him with predators. They'll just use any sort of mass firepower on him because you can target him, and he is an easy target. He's very hard to hide.
And he has a lot of points now.
He is,
especially since he took that nerf with the Codex, where he doesn't get to reroll ones of saves, which is a fair nerf because it was super strong with that 3-up invuln.
It really was, especially rerolling every one for your saves would be like.
Yeah, I think maybe with Magnus, if he was the same points as he used to be, was he what, like 375, 390? He was just shy of 400.
He wasn't quite. Or
was he 415?
He was 415.
Yeah, now he's 445 into.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if he was like 415.
But he's getting more spells as well. He's getting more abilities. I mean, excuse me, that first power he did, the first offensive one, the
Infernal Gateway, it's really good.
That's a good power, especially on Magnus.
However, if I'd known that you had that and that's what it did, then I wouldn't have deployed them Centurions and Scouts next to each other. Well, that would have made a big difference.
That was my sneaky plan.
That was your sneaky plan. So now, basically, the tip against Magnus is, book it. What's Infernal Gateway? What does it do? Ask these questions.
There's 3 disciplines he can choose from.
Yeah.
Each one's got 6 powers. He can potentially know anywhere between 18 powers.
Yeah, exactly.
Because-
And then smite. So you got
And then
19.
he's got smite.
Which is just good.
Which his smite is really, really good.
Yeah, exactly.
You're never going to get rid of that. And there are some good powers that people don't use. I mean, he's good for the Treason of Tzeentch.
Yeah.
So you imagine him coming across Knight Army and they've gone, yeah, I've made my Gallant a character.
Yeah. And then
Okay, I'm going to take control of your Gallant with Treason of Tzeentch because he's now a character. I'm now going to punch your Crusader to death with your own Gallant.
Yeah, and you don't need that. You don't need that in your life.
And there are some good tricks. Now, again, Knights would probably tear Magnus apart if they got a good first turn of shooting.
Yeah.
But most armies, again, are another one. They need first turn to do well with most people's builds. Very few people are going to build armies for a second turn, for going second.
That's 40k, sadly, at the minute.
Unless you're a Guard Infantry Horde.
Well,
Then you don't care.
yeah, this is true.
But no one's going to sit and paint like 300 Guardsmen for a 1750 game.
No.
So.
But yeah, so it is interesting. As I said, Space Marines need a massive overhaul. Thousand Suns, when they work, they work. When they don't, it's kind of a bit of a shame. Like, if I would have killed Magnus turn 1,
Yeah.
might have been a bit of a mop-up after that.
Yeah, I mean, I like to think that that's how in friendly-ish games, if you can have a friendly game with a Primarch, that's how you play Thousand Suns. You basically sit back, let the alpha come.
Yeah.
You just absorb it with the rubrics because they're quite durable.
They are quite durable, to be
If
fair.
you're rolling decent, they are very durable. They've got an invuln save as well. So they can absorb a lot of damage before they disappear. You didn't wipe a single rubric squad out.
No.
And you were punching them with aggressive
I only
fists.
killed the Terminators and the Rhino completely.
Yeah, the Terminators were done by, again, the Dreadnought doing what Dreadnoughts do. He just punched them all to death.
The problem I had was all of my attacks, my shooting or my combat was all so whittled down by the time it got there that you weren't able to do anything. So
I mean, as you could probably tell by the fact that my favourite go-to army is my Iron Warriors. I like to play very defensive anyway, and I set up incredibly defensive in that mission.
Yeah.
But
you were losing on points.
I was, but
by the time you cleared up, then you could go and score them points.
Luckily, I'd managed to whittle you down in essentially 3 turns, which gave me turn 4 and 5 to basically speed Magnus over.
Yeah, exactly.
Do what needed doing.
Exactly.
So,
but there you go.
But
okay.
yeah.
That was Thousand Suns
versus Thousand Suns.
Well, they may as well be. They're bloody rubbish.
They're bloody dead now.
They're bloody dead. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I do hope you enjoyed that battle report. We've got lots of exciting things coming up very soon. Some people know about it, some people don't.
I do.
You do. Some people who came to our event know.
A little spoiler. Magnus did nothing wrong.
We've been Hellstorm Wargaming. You guys have been fantastic, and hopefully we'll catch you in the next one. See you later, guys.
See you later.